We're live with the Alaskan Assassin. Aaron Shields, thanks for coming by, my man.
Thanks for having me.
Tony, what's
Bill,
going on, dude?
Not too much.
It's been a long time.
Good to be here.
Haven't seen you since practice.
Yesterday.
Been so long. Yeah.
So what's new, buddy? The Alaskan Assassin, where does that come from? You were born in Alaska?
I was not. I'm a military brat, but I spent my childhood in Alaska.
Yeah?
Yeah, and so after being there for 6 or 7 years and playing hockey, the two nicknames that came out of that were Eskimo and Alaskan Assassin. And then when I went and played hockey at college at George Mason, my coach just went, that's the one.
That's
Gave
the
me
one.
Alaskan Assassin. Yeah.
So is the hockey thing definitely up there? Like you just play hockey because you're in Alaska and it's like
I've played it my whole life.
Canadian-ish?
No, my dad started us on it. He played every sport in high school because he was at a small high school, but hockey was his favorite. He started me and both my brothers in ice hockey, and I just played it my whole life. And by the time we moved to Alaska, it just worked out. So we played outside all the time and all that jazz.
Just ice. Ice all the time, right?
Yeah, especially on base.
I played a lot of hockey as a kid, but like roller
Yeah,
blades,
I played a lot of
because
roller hockey too.
There is no ice, and I was poor. So you gotta have a lot of money to
Dude,
play hockey.
it is the most expensive sport there is.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, especially putting your kids through that.
Yeah.
You're buying what, thousands of dollars in equipment, and then
Yeah, the equipment's
next
not
year.
even it. It's,
Yep.
Yeah, it's paying for the seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Well, you're renting the ice, right? So
Yeah,
exactly.
you got to pay for ice
That's
time
the
and all
issue is
that.
you're paying
Oh.
for ice. So like
Yeah.
a standard season growing up was probably like $3,000 a season, and then when my brother played juniors and was taking it real serious before he went D3 NCAA, I think he had to get a sponsor because his ended up being like $10,000 or something
Dude, that's
for
wild.
his season. Yeah,
That's wild.
one season.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like
Yep.
private school.
That's like
That's exactly what it is. With that, you get all the ice. So when you're at that level, you get the ice whenever you want. So he has that. All the travel's covered. The hotels are covered. If they take any flights, that's covered. They have someone that washes their shit, and they have trainers as well. So it's kind of this whole thing. But that's a lot of money.
oh my god.
A lot of money.
Right. You finally make the big time. You get to the NHL, and it's like you're just paying back your parents for.
Literally, yes.
So I'd be telling the kid go play soccer.
Yeah.
Go play soccer.
Exactly.
Right. All you need is a ball.
Yeah.
Exactly. Turns out arm wrestling is pretty cheap.
Right. As long as you're not buying a bunch of handles and shit. Right.
Exactly.
Which everybody does.
Yeah,
Right, they get in there like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna buy this and that. That's why the gym's full of shit. And I've given half of it away.
Yeah, I bought a set of Mazarenko handles and I stopped there. It was that and but I had that way before the Mazarenko handles, the Country Crush 3-inch handle before that went out of business. That's it.
Yeah, and it was good
I
for
don't
a
need
minute.
anything else.
I was talking to him the other day. He's not even training outside of
No.
practice. So I was like, dude,
It's like me.
he's like right on the cusp though of like
Right, he
getting
could be
some
good.
serious wins. It's like I told him, dude, you got to start doing something off the table
Yeah, you're not wrong.
because he's right there, you know. Get some
You would
good
know.
wins.
He'd be the one to talk to. It ain't me. I'm with you. I practice. I got a gym. I don't do shit.
Yeah, I'm extremely lazy. So I practice once a week, and then Monday I'm like, oh, my arms hurt. I'll just wait till next week.
That's where the stamina comes in, probably. Right? Probably helps you that you.
Oh, yeah.
Because Tony's, you're at it every day, probably, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty
No
much.
days off.
Do you do arm wrestling workouts every day?
Pretty much. I do something, yeah. Almost every day.
Yeah.
Tacked into the other stuff you're doing.
Right.
You do full body.
Yeah, I
throughout the
train
week, though.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a
Yeah,
personal
trainer.
trainer. He knows all the.
Yeah, I know, but I was just thinking about that because I talked to Brent once, and I was like, Brent, well, what do you do? And he's literally, I think his only workout routine is, arm, wrist, forearm, shoulders, back, and that's it. I was like, oh. I was like, I guess, yeah, you don't train legs.
Yeah.
It's kind
No,
of it's kind of
well-
noticeable.
All it's going to do is raise your weight.
Yeah, and he's built for arm wrestling. So.
But now he's got a little room, right? Well, no, 210. The 210
Yeah,
fits
he's
him.
right there. It's
Yeah.
But like
210's
198,
perfect for
it's
him.
like, shit, you got 242, 220, you might as well. I don't know. He's a lot bigger than he was when he started here, when he started training with those, but he hasn't gained any weight, really. Maybe like 4 or 5 pounds.
Yeah, and I mean, his arms are so huge, though.
Fucking way bigger. If you look at like the strongest bad's 2 pictures when he came in off the couch basically to pull bow. like a different dude almost. You're like, it doesn't look like you only gained 4 or 5 pounds. So maybe his legs got smaller. I don't know.
Yeah, his arm certainly didn't.
So what happened with hockey? Did you just quit?
No, I played for 4 years in college, and we ended up winning the championship my senior year. And then you could say it's quit, but my gear's in Virginia, and I moved out here, and I didn't bring my gear with me, so I'm not playing in any
What do you
leagues right
do?
now.
But you could pick it up, you think?
Yeah,
Just
in a
rock and roll?
Oh, God, yeah. Instantly.
We played some roller hockey a while back on a team. We could have used you. We fucking were horrible.
You played late recently?
I did. Well, I wouldn't say it was pre-COVID. I mean, it was like 3-4 years ago. But I mean, my buddies were setting it up, so I designed like a jersey. We made the jersey. I went and got the extra stuff that I needed. I still had stuff because I played in high school, but I had my old skates and everything, right? And I think I played one game. Second game, I was strapping everything up, checking my skates, and the whole fucking thing just ripped off the side. It were like the ice hockey boot with the Bauer tucks connected.
Yep.
Just ripped out because they're just old as shit, right?
Yeah.
And, luckily, my buddy had another set of skates, so I was able to play, and then I went and got new ones. It took probably about 4 or 5 games for everything to slow down to where it was like those first couple of games were freaking rough. Like, rough.
I
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
It was like
dude.
15, 45 seconds out there, right? And I'm like, like, get the what the fuck? Yeah. Everything's just moving so fast. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, maybe I stepped in a little too deep. But about 4 or 5 games, everything slowed down.
Yeah.
It started to get, okay, this is cool. Second session, a lot better, right? It got to where it was like kind of normal.
Usually the curve is, for me, my curve was about 2 weeks. So you would start, because you would practice for a week before the season began in college at least. And that first week,
It's fast, right? It just seems like everything's moving
it
really
also
fast.
just kicks you in the ass. Like,
Yeah.
the muscles you use playing ice hockey, I'm not sure about roller hockey because I never played it competitively. I just played it as pickup. But the muscles you use in ice hockey, you don't ever use just regularly. So
I would assume it's similar.
yeah, that first week is like, oh.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah.
the fuck? Yeah, and that was the first week of me not doing anything. Yeah, sure, I'll play hockey.
It's like 5 years ago. One of my buddies is like, come play in this men's league basketball game. I'm like, all right, it's men's league. I played basketball in high school. I'm like, I'll be fine. So I get there. My buddy is like 6'5", played Major League Baseball. So I knew like,
For who?
oh, he played for the Mets. He played for the Twins.
Oh,
He
he's
played
all
for the
over.
Royals. And he played in Japan for 3 years.
Damn.
But so I knew it wasn't going to be like bums. I knew they were going to be like good. But I get there. There was an NBA player there. There was him. There was a couple other former D1 athletes. These guys were like dunking in the men's league game. And I'm out there like, what the fuck?
Pass the ball, guys. I'm open.
But yeah, after that, I mean, yeah, you just don't use that stuff. I mean, I work out all the time, but it's not like, you know, trying to guard somebody on a basketball court. Like,
You worked out all the time before you started arm wrestling too, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, and I was
came in like, this doesn't even work. What
Right,
the hell? I know I'm
right.
stronger than this guy.
yeah, it doesn't work.
That's got to be the worst too, knowing that it's like, man, I looked weak as shit, and I am not that weak.
That's the worst feeling ever. That's why I've never missed a practice.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, so where'd you go to college? Did you mention that and I missed it?
I did.
George Mason,
George
dude.
Mason.
Yeah,
About
I'm
to
bad
go
about
back-
that too.
About
Call me out.
About to go back to college.
Yeah, you're going back?
Mm-hmm.
Same place?
No, I got into Johns Hopkins.
What are you gonna do?
Electrical engineering.
Okay, so do you need just to finish up, get extra classes to
No,
get that?
I'm
or?
going for my master's. I already have my bachelor's,
Okay,
but I'm going for my master's.
so that's another 4
No, it should be
Two?
2.5 to 3.
because you're pounding it out, or just that's normal?
If I was pounding it out, I think it's 2. But since I
But you're lazy.
yeah,
He says he's lazy, but he
Right.
probably works his balls off
Right.
for like 10
He's
hours.
arm wrestling
Yeah,
lazy.
right. He works like hard as fuck, 10 hours a day,
Yeah.
and then it's like, I don't feel like doing anything else.
yeah, that's pretty much yes, that is correct. No, because I have to. So my company will pay for it completely, but I have to work full time for them to pay for it. So I'll probably only end up taking 1 class a
Gotcha.
semester. So it's just going to be drawn out a little bit.
Hey, but it's free.
Exactly.
You take it.
I wouldn't do it if it wasn't. So there you go.
So I know you you used to fight too, right?
Never in a cage, like sanctioned, but I did do MMA for a while, just in a gym.
Just training.
Yep, for like a 1.5 to 2 years. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did try to look up. Like, I'm gonna try to find these fights. I couldn't
No.
find any fights.
No, I fought in several hockey games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd those go? Good. Is it hard to fight in that?
It's got to be.
I'd always be
is.
worried about like these guys are like smashing their helmets. Like, why are you punching a
No, you
helmet?
take your helmets off.
Really?
Yeah, but
Not in the NHL. They're fucking.
yeah, you do. Well,
Yeah.
most people do. The people that know what they're doing do.
Yeah.
But no, the hardest part is like when you fight in hockey, it's jersey grabbing. It's all about pushing and pulling. So you
Just to
pull them
keep the
into the
balance.
punch and you push them to stay away from the punch, and then you have to keep your balance the whole time. That's the hard part. But yeah,
But balance for hockey players, second nature, right?
Yep.
It's not a big deal. So you did MMA training. Was it just full MMA or just
yep,
specific? It was just MMA
everything
all
MMA.
around.
Yeah, we did wrestling, jiu-jitsu, judo, Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing.
2 years.
Yep.
Did you feel like you could have gotten in the cage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I trained
wa-
for about 3 months. Absolutely not what I've ever gotten there. Fuck no.
Oh no, I was on my way. Yeah. And why did I stop? I think I ended up moving kind of farther away from it, and then what's funny is by the time I was kind of falling out of that, I was falling into starting arm wrestling. There was like a 4 or 5 month break where I came off of doing that, and then I was like, dude, I've been watching arm wrestling for like 8 years. Why don't I just finally go fucking do it?
Where'd you start? Where'd you find that at?
Arm wrestling? YouTube.
I mean, just all of a sudden you decided, hey, I'm gonna
What? Yeah.
look up
What
arm
made?
wrestling?
What was?
Hey, it's something to trigger
What made
it,
you
right?
pull the trigger?
To go?
Yeah,
And,
to actually do it after watching it for so long.
Well, even to watch
Well,
it though.
I had so I had moved out here and I was living alone. You could say I had no friends out here. I mean, I had just had an apartment and I went to work every day and then I went home and I play video games all the time. So all my friends are on the internet. But I was like, I'm kind of tired of just being cooped up in my apartment all day. I want to, go out, meet people in St. Louis and do something I like. And I always like doing contact sports. So I did ice hockey, lacrosse, and football and rugby growing up. And I was like, what? And it's always been a team sport, but I'd been more interested in doing an individual sport where it's just me. And
Sick of carrying everybody.
yeah, I wish. Yeah, so when I was either senior year of high school or in college, I stumbled on Pulling John. And then my first, real interest in arm wrestling was Alexa Vovoda. And then I kind of followed him, and then as everyone else does, that trickles into Devin. And then this was way before. I don't even think Devin had a YouTube channel at the time. So, I mean, this is I would say in the past 4 years, arm wrestling has gone from underground to being right at ground level. And so I found it when it was still pretty small. And then, yeah, like I said, I'd been watching it forever, and I was like, I arm wrestled all my friends and all the sports dudes in high school and in college, and I never really lost. So I was like, fuck it, why don't I just try it? And so I Googled, arm wrestling clubs in the U.S., and I couldn't find the resource I wanted to find the club. And then there was this weird website that kind of had a pinned out USA map for clubs. But then I found that Facebook group, and I posted there, and I think they hooked me up with you. After I said I live
That
in
weird
St.
website
Louis.
was me, I believe, with the pins on the map.
It might have been. I don't remember what the website was called.
It was Arm Fighter.
It is before it became what it is today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it was
Was the original one?
yeah. When I logged in, it was just a map with pens on it, like old Google Maps kind of interface.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Let's see if I got it.
Dude, I can't believe it took
We
you
still use it,
8
just not
years
as
of
much.
watching it.
yeah, well, I was playing other sports at the time.
I watched it one day and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go try it.
That's fair.
Yeah, but he comes across Pulling John before anything, right? That was your first thing you watched arm wrestling? That's weird as shit.
Yeah.
Like, I had to search to find that, and then it was amazing when I saw it.
It was just
but-
YouTube recommendations. So it was like I'm sitting there, and one day I just type arm wrestling, and maybe I see a match or two, and then all of a sudden recommended is John.
This is what, 4 years ago, you say?
I'm 8,
Oh,
and all of a
shit.
sudden it's John Brzezinski
Okay.
Pulling John, and then I clicked on that, and that's when you see Travis, Alexi, John, Taurus, all of that jazz, and then I was like, damn, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is it this?
That's it.
That's it?
That's the one.
He's like, I found it, and it sucked. So I went to a Facebook group. That's what the fuck.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of trash websites. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right. So.
I thought it was a darker website though.
It probably was then. I haven't done anything with this in a while. This was the original. Okay, we'll bring it in. Actually, Derek Smith really liked this portion of it, and he runs the Reddit, the arm wrestling Reddit link, I guess, whatever arm wrestling is on Reddit. And he started posting it up there. That was the original push I got, was from him thinking, oh, this is awesome, this guy, because that's basically just all Facebook groups.
Yeah.
I went and found every I was searching for everything for a long time. Everything I could find arm wrestling, I'm just pinning it.
To me, that's a better resource than ArmBet, for sure.
Right? Well, that was before ArmBet.
Oh, I know.
Actually.
Way before.
Yeah.
Yeah, way before. But I was just, when I even think about it today.
ArmBet's cool because it's live, so it's there.
Yeah, but no one uses it.
No, I actually did just get a message from it not long ago, and then I don't check it enough. So it took me a second to get back to him.
I got messaged by 2 people, and I pointed them your way, and none of them ever followed through.
I think Ethan's from ArmBet.
Is he?
That's good.
Ethan, and this guy seems like he's going to come. He hit me up like 3 months ago on there, and then I told him times. He didn't say nothing. He was like, "Are you still practicing?" Like, yep.
Was he that guy that posted in the Facebook group recently?
Who is it? I doubt it, because I think if he only knows ArmBet, it's probably only ArmBet. Otherwise, they reach out to me there.
No, it's on the Gateway Facebook page. They posted, "Hey, do you guys when do you guys practice?"
Wasn't that your guy?
No, Pat Hunt responded, and I was like, "All right."
Oh, I
man.
thought that was you that said, "I hope to see you."
Yeah, that was me. I said, "All right, I hope to see you there." And he was like, "Yeah, I couldn't make it." So I was like, "All right, probably won't see you again." But
that happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to say. We haven't got any new guys, I guess. They go up to Brewski's, though. So I don't know how many of those guys are new that just show up.
Yeah.
Hard to say. I go to Brewski's once every 3 months, if that.
Yeah, I'm interested in the guys that got
asked me to go.
a good ceiling, and they're interested in learning.
Yeah.
You know, the ArmBet guys are usually, they're just people that liked arm wrestling, think they're strong. They're not really trying to get in arm wrestling. You know, it's a select knit group.
It is.
Of guys that really are going to do it.
Yeah, you're like
me and Tony
trying to get better at it.
Yeah. And then you got guys like Andrew. No,
he just doesn't come ever.
Yeah.
Dude,
Jared Berlin and Andrew.
If we rip him enough, he's going to show up one of these days. Maybe.
Smash
I don't know. We've been ripping.
Oh, he'll still crush me.
Yeah.
Even though he hasn't done it in months.
Yeah. I don't know. We've been ripping him constantly, so hopefully he shows up, because he was gifted right-handed. That's for sure.
And he definitely likes it. He's in there.
Yeah.
Look, he's almost known just for social media presence.
He's got quite the presence on social media. Him and Pat Hunt.
Right? What the fuck?
Number
I guess if
one
you
and number
comment
two.
on everything, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my downfall, I think.
I don't know. If that's a downfall, that I have landed off the cliff. I don't use social media like ever.
I say downfall as far as like people knowing what you're doing, as far as what they say. But I think in the big scheme of things, I'm doing it all right. Like people,
I think so.
The Arm Fighter gets the hits. People are going. They recognize it as
Do people constantly go to armfighter.com?
constantly.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the tournaments calendars.
I get about
tournaments calendars.
I get about 5,000 a month.
Good. That tournaments calendar is
Individual too, not
perfect.
like
Yeah.
The event calendar I think has come a long way.
Yeah.
It started out a little shaky, but
I like it. I would also suggestion you have it in scrolling format. It might be good to just have it also, if like as an alternate view, like a calendar format where you can just like quickly run through the months rather than having to scroll. Like if you want,
I don't know if I could do the options. I could do one or the other.
Oh, okay.
What you have is
totally fine. I was just like scrolling to look in like May.
You could search though. You could search May.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't. That's on me then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could search for like anything, like setup. And then I always put in, when I enter them, I put in the state in the parentheses all the time so that you could search with just the state code.
Okay.
And it'll pull up those two.
Yeah.
That's why I do that all the time. Even when people submit them, I'll go in and change it and put that in.
Yep.
But that actually, I mean, between that and the rankings, the events calendar is probably higher than the rankings at times, right? As soon as the big event comes, rankings will spike.
Speaking of rankings, did you? I don't even know the guy. I think you guys might know him. I know Andrew knows him. Alexandros Volteos.
Yeah,
guy?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I've never talked to him.
That's my dude.
The poor guy. You see Devin make his complaining video about the rankings and just rip him. I was like, oh.
I don't even know this guy.
Yeah. I was like, oh. I was like, that sucks.
It's not going to help your case.
No.
There was some issues there, though.
I agree.
I do think that there was. And in fact, they had. So Alex is part of the world rankings, right? With Josh.
Yep.
Both of those guys are also part of Arm Fighter in the U.S. rankings.
Who does world rankings? Do you know everyone?
I know Alex and Josh. I know the guys' names, but I've never met them. There's two or three other guys two guys that actually do the points in there.
What are their names?
But let me pull it up.
Yeah,
I don't know
sorry,
offhand.
I'm just curious.
No, you're good. Probably should have pulled them up before I said I knew them, huh?
I know those two and Chance Shaw and you do the U.S. one.
Yeah, so Alper Kosar and Leonardo Milo.
Yeah, no idea.
They're overseas. So Josh is the only one from here that's on that. But when I had reached out to Josh to set this up, so I had the idea about the rankings for a while, and Andrew actually was the one we were talking about out there. I was like, well, fuck, let's do it. I know some guys we can get it. I was like, yeah, but I need enough guys that'll actually do it to make it work. Yeah, we can get it. We'll find them. I know. You know. Da, 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 da. So we got to pushing on it, right? Like, okay, we'll start looking. So I reached out to Josh. Josh was in. He's like, yeah, I'm down. It's like, do you mind if I get my buddy Alex in? He does world rankings with me. I'm like, yeah, sure. Sounds great. Turns out, like, this dude is one of a kind. Like, you can't find another guy like this. He's from Greece.
Yep.
Not even from here.
Yep.
Knows more about American arm wrestling than anybody that I fucking know. Like like he's got books, notes. He knows and every time I think this is stupid, why would you put this guy over there? He's got 4 reasons why. Like right away, well, he just beat this guy, and like yesterday in this guy's basement, he just did this shit. Like what the fuck?
He's on top of it. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how? I don't fucking know, but it's amazing. And then to have both, and Josh does the same thing. Hell, Josh has already updated. I didn't even update yet. Josh has updated. He's at the Arnolds. He competed today, and he updated the rankings today. I didn't look at it yet. I haven't even updated it. But I saw the update come in. I'm like, God damn, the dude's fucking arm wrestling, and he's seeing people arm wrestling. He's updating the rankings.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, it's probably like dropping Greg Gray. Because I think he lost already. He's already out, which is crazy because he won last year. Actually, that can't be because I don't think Greg Gray's ranked right-handed. I think he's ranked left-handed. I don't know, but he's in the 76s, so he might have turned around and put somebody up in there because they kicked his ass or something. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. But that's how much they're working is what I'm saying. They're just people think everybody can do the rankings. And it's like these guys put so much work in to even question that it's wrong. It's like, well, do you have the input? Like what's your reasoning? Just because you saw one match? Because these guys know every match that these guys have done forever. And that's where Devin's like, I don't even know this guy. Well, that's because Devin, you're in your own little lane.
Does he really give a fuck to know?
No.
Right?
What he doesn't realize is this guy's watched every single match of his ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Like he probably knows more about Devin than Devin knows about himself.
Oh, he can certainly recall matches that Devin's forgot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, you lost this one or you did that. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Probably tell you what you were wearing. Yeah. The dude's ridiculously smart, too.
I need to talk to him at some point.
Yeah, he's cool as shit, man.
Yeah.
I need to make it to Greece. I tried to get him out here a couple times.
Really?
I think I might. I'm going to get him out here one of these days. COVID's got it all fucked up now.
Fuck it. Why don't we all just go to Greece?
Right? It's beautiful out there, right?
I said I'm in.
It'd be nice.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to go to Japan this year. And then me and Kristen are trying to go to the UK for our honeymoon.
I'd hope we could get there quicker than the mail does. I mailed them some T-shirts and shit, and it took like 4 months.
Oh, did they finally get there?
Yeah, but it took 4
4
fucking months.
You told me that like 3 months ago.
Yeah, he was like, I'm starting to get worried, man. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Still says it's here. It's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 months later. Finally. And he had to go pay like $60 fucking or some shit to get it once it was there.
That's brutal.
I was like, dude, I paid for everything. He's like, dude, it's Greece. They fuck. I'm like, I wasn't trying to get you to pay for a fucking gift.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that.
A dude I train, he does business in India, and he was like, yeah, it's standard whenever we're sending like product or whatever. I don't even know what he was sending, but he's like, we send like hundreds of extra dollars just to
cover.
to like pay people to take it to the next location. Like, it's just like, it's not a real fee. It's just paying people to get it done quicker, like bribing them basically.
Yeah, otherwise it's just going to sit there.
Yeah.
Take 4 months.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's, man. Whole world's going crazy.
Yes, it has.
Japan, huh?
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I got a friend out there I've been meaning to visit.
So you think that's a great resource, but you skip it out. You say, fuck this. This sucks. I'm going to Facebook. And you were in St. Louis at the time?
Yep.
So you didn't care that there was a St. Louis group on the map?
I plead the fifth.
Then you go to the Facebook group, and then somebody's like, hey, why don't you go to the guy that's on the map in St. Louis? And you're like, fuck yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, back in the day, it wasn't even Gateway Arm Sports.
It's 314 still?
Yeah. Or St. Louis Arm something.
Arm
Might
wrestling.
have been
might
St.
have
Louis
been
arm wrestlers.
I started
Yeah.
the Facebook group
And there was-
first because there was nothing in St.
As
Louis, so
far
I
as
was
I
like,
could tell, there
I'll
was-
do that.
That's what I messaged that one. I sent you a Facebook message.
Yeah,
on
that got
there.
the both. So I started that like probably 2017 or 18 because there was nothing in St. Louis. And I'm like, well, man, nobody is fucking promoting this shit. First tournament I went to at Brewski's, there was like fucking 30 people there. What the fuck, man? Like, I could do this shit better than that. I can't get people there, but I got to run a fucking
Yeah.
cooler tournament.
And you have.
Yeah, it took a while. I mean, my first one only had 62 entries, too. There was probably 30 people, but everybody was like, it was awesome. I'm like, really? It was fucking small as fuck. But it's gotten good.
And so here you are. Strongest
Yeah.
batch 3.
But that was it was more promoting.
Yeah.
That was it, getting people to know about it. People would go. I didn't know about the Brewskis tournaments until WAL promoted it. Then I went up there, and Matt said, oh, they've been holding them for 20 years up here. But it's also, that was pre-internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that had to be
2001.
tough. I can't imagine.
Like rave parties.
Yeah, I was like, how do you find
Pre-internet,
tournament?
like, yeah, how do you?
Passing out flyers and shit.
Yeah, I was
on
like, how do you know that
Well, the one,
Yukon Jack exists?
yeah,
Like,
like Lupke's drove from Minnesota to California for a tournament, and it was single elimination, lost, and fucking went home. He was on somebody's podcast talking about it. I'm like, can you fucking imagine that? You drive from Minnesota to California, lose once, and get in your car and drive home.
I can't imagine
That's
being
why those
Lupke's and
people are
losing
so
the
good.
first
Right?
match.
Right?
Who'd he lose to?
Fuck.
First fucking match.
You fouled out.
It's a shitty draw.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Over the Top as a kid. I had the movie, right?
I've never seen that still.
Never seen it?
I never
He's a young
really.
man. He's a
That's
young
crazy.
man.
That's crazy. I mean, it's corny as fuck. So
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
if you saw Pulling Johnny, liked it. Like now, it's hard to go to watch Over the Top and really give a fuck.
I've seen like the arm wrestling scenes out of Over the Top just from YouTube.
Yeah,
I
but you
feel
don't
like-
get the whole corny part of it. Then
No.
you gotta have the guy
Let's go,
going after his
Dad.
kid and shit.
Yeah.
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 Well, I make my kid watch that shit. You know?
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, you have to watch it though. It's over the top, right? Like it's the
Correct.
movie, which I still think probably hurt the sport more than it helped it, just because of the vision of the guy drinking the oil and eating a cigar and just the
Yeah.
fucking it's like kind of shitty. It's the WAL style, WWE.
Well,
Yeah.
every single person you say something like, "Oh, I arm wrestle," they say, "Oh, like Over the Top."
Yeah,
They all 100%
Yeah,
of
'cause it's the
people
biggest
say,
thing,
yeah,
right?
That's the only thing they've ever seen.
yeah.
Well,
But
then
when
they-
I saw it, it's not like I thought that that was really going on.
Yeah.
They had the Over the Top tournament right after that,
Yeah.
right?
No, that was
Isn't that
based
like-
on that.
Yeah, isn't that to this day the biggest tournament there's
Mhm.
been? So,
It was a nationwide deal. I have a video of one of the qualifiers that I got from Lori Cole. It's pretty cool. It's like just VHS type. It's on a DVD, but
yeah.
just back scene.
That is
There's
pretty cool.
there's a couple like I don't know if Brzezinski was on there, but there was a couple guys you'd notice. You're like, oh shit, it's just kind of back, but it's like, goddamn, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
To think that many people
Yeah.
were arm wrestling back then in the '80s, and it's like.
Yeah.
I don't know, you watch it and you see it. I guess just like the karate tournaments, you don't realize that shit's really going on. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that shit was going on in St. Louis
Yeah.
every year. I
One of
broke
the-
my arm in '02, and they were holding tournaments before that.
Yeah, one of my pet peeves about explaining to people that I'm trying to be a professional arm wrestler, they're like, "Oh, that's got to be like a joke sport." I'm like, actually,
it's for real. It's pretty serious.
I was like, actually, A, it's pretty real, and B, I've done contact sports throughout my whole life, and to this day, the most painful sport I've done is arm wrestling.
Oh, not even close,
Like nothing,
dude. It hurts
nothing.
so bad.
Like I talk with Tony always, and sorry if I get canceled. You have to be mentally deficient to arm wrestle. Like there's got to be something wrong with
to
you
keep you going
to keep
back when
going
it hurts.
to arm wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Like that first month or two, like there's something wrong in your head that makes you go back.
Do you think that's the same for fighting?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of fighters seem to get in arm wrestling.
Yes, I do think it's the same.
I noticed that, right?
But it's
There's a
also
lot
just
of
the
fighters,
mindset.
right?
Like,
the
'cause-
combat mindset.
Yeah, because I won't name names, but there's people we know like that want to be associated with arm wrestling, but won't like put in what's required. They'll comment on everything, they'll be around everything, but they won't actually, put in the work. And it's like the people that actually care,
Right.
do
it.
Yeah. And I think some of those people have the same mindset that fighters have. They just want to do it.
There's got to be, right? Because
Yeah.
you can't get in there and fight somebody and not just love it. I
Yeah,
think.
for sure.
I do love it. Yeah.
I do. I still watch them. I
Got
mean,
it.
we got a pretty big fight tomorrow. I'm interested in that one.
Are you watching? Are you buying it?
Well,
Are you
Are you watching?
Are you watching?
Are you watching?
Are you watching it?
Bill, are you watching? Let's stick with that.
if
Are
you're
you watching?
yeah, I hope to catch it. I hope to catch it.
I hope to make Dana White happy and to catch it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I have spent a ton of money on UFC fights in my day, so
Yeah.
I used
There's
to
not-
throw fight parties
That's
all
why
the
I
time
asked.
here. I used to call
Yeah.
Fire Pit Fight Nights, and I would have a projector screen out back, and
Well, that's why I asked, because I was like, oh,
yeah,
come.
and those for sure. Yeah, even though I could have got them, you got to because you got so many people coming, and
Yeah.
So yeah, I ordered them. Back then, I didn't even have cable. I would actually go get my mom's cable box and bring it back to my house and plug it into my internet, plug it
Yeah.
into the line to use the box for the cable. Because I think I had cable, but, I didn't have
Right,
the digital shit.
Right.
And then I would just buy it on her box and give her the money for it, and pay it that way, and then go take her the shit back. But it just to have it. But, I mean, you're talking from pre-100s. I was doing that from, like, the 80s,
Yeah, I think
80s up.
I can't remember what UFC I started on, but it's definitely. I think I started at.
I was like 52 or 53. It was Andrei Arlovsky and Tim Silva.
It's a great fight.
I think that was the first one. I got this Moxie box. It was probably before your time. You remember that?
I don't.
You remember? It was Charter came out with. It was like one of the first DVR boxes, but it was like a DVR box for the cable. But this guy had worked there or something, so somehow it was set up on some kind of like test account, and he sold it to me for $300, and this thing was open. So open. So pay-per-views, porno channels, like movie channels, everything was
Yeah.
open. So UFCs, I could just buy it. You would actually buy it. It would charge as a charge of the account because it was just on an account. 3 years I used that thing
What stops?
for $300. Finally, it just cut off. I think I caught the account. Eventually, they're gonna go through and be like, erase these accounts. But
Yeah.
I mean, I probably $10,000 worth of programming on there. I mean, we were watching movies all the time. Every UFC from that was like 53 for 3 years. So every month, that's another $50.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's
worked
awesome.
for. I mean, I even had a cable box around then, a modem, and my buddy had got right when it was when DSL high speed was just coming. Somehow the Charter was on some test account, and I had internet for about 3.5 years.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember my first fight, man.
You know what mine was?
Well, I did watch UFC 1.
Oh yeah, me too. Not
Okay,
live.
so-
not live.
Not live, but like on the pay-per-view
I've
at my
watched-
buddy's house
yeah,
and shit.
I've watched almost every.
We were just
UFC.
kids, and my buddy was into Gracie and shit, and it was just kind of like whatever. And then I didn't watch again till like
Yeah.
53, right?
Yeah.
But I did see that.
That's how I started renting them from Blockbuster. Like
Yeah.
I started with UFC 1. I rented it on VHS from Blockbuster.
And that shit was cool, right? The whole fucking judo versus karate
Yeah.
thing.
That
you
was
know?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the. You guys seen Bloodsport?
Yeah.
It's like
Dude,
the
it's
real,
like my favorite
the
movie
real life
ever.
Kumite.
The Kumite. Yeah, it's Kumite. It's
I could
one
probably
style
word
against
for
another.
word that movie watching it because I've seen it probably 200
Yeah,
times.
I love that movie.
No bullshit.
That's a
200
great
times.
movie.
Yeah, like now everybody knows a little bit of everything. Like you don't go in there and like not have wrestled ever in your life,
No.
you know? Like,
Yeah.
But then it was like
Unless you're
It was just
like that-
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might be a fucking sumo wrestler.
And it worked out, right? It was like this guy's judo and kickboxing versus jujitsu and boxing. Or then it was 5 of them would be list down.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the one fucking guy had one bare hand and
that
one boxing glove.
Maurice something.
Yeah.
Maurice
fucked
something.
Remember
up,
that?
too.
He
Yeah.
did, dude.
The fuck was the point of that shit? He was
I
going to
don't
protect
know.
his punching hand.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, because a boxer, it's like doing the bare knuckle fights, right? And they're fucking their shit up. Did you see that by chance? The what's his name?
Bare knuckle Chad Mendes.
Not Mendez. I did see that, but the fucking wankster dude, the gangster that got just booted out of the UFC. The fucking face tattoos and shit. Real
know.
badass dude. Like it was like a fucking oh goddamn. Fucking face tattoos, like real gangster, right? Like, and he was a thug, like just banger. And he had some good fights, but then he got cut.
Was he white?
Yeah,
You did the bare knuckle
like
shit?
urban as fuck. Yeah, he just got in there, did a bare knuckle with a boxer. I think he won. He definitely won. He won, but it was a fucking fight. Like it was. If you haven't seen that
I'm
fight,
trying
you
to
gotta
think
look
of
it
the
up.
fighters that
I'll
went
just
bare
find it.
knuckle.
Fuck
I
it.
mean,
Right here, fuck
Chris Lieben,
Oh, no, this was like just last week.
Artem the Goat Lobov.
Dude, I don't know what happened,
That's been a while.
but like just within the past few weeks, like the old like the Kimbo Slice street fights
Yeah.
were popping up on my YouTube.
yeah. Oh, that makes
I
you-
watched a fuck ton of them.
You can't stop once you start.
You know why?
Well, you
because
can't.
of Jorge Masvidal.
Oh,
I bet you.
I watched
Because
one
the
of his,
UFCs.
too.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
watched
but
some
he's
of his-
connected. 'cause
Yeah, I
he
watched
was
some of
with
his
Kimbo.
street fights,
great
Yep.
point. Great point.
which I had no idea. I knew that dude's name, but I didn't know he started out like street fighter
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. That's so funny. I watched Jorge Masvidal as a street fighter before he was in the UFC.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
damn. You think I'd get in trouble for playing this? Probably.
probably. Dude, yeah, those Kimbo Slice backyard brawls, wherever the fuck they were, those were wild.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah.
Brutal.
Very brutal.
Dude, that was cool as fuck, though, man. He was doing that shit right at the right time.
Yeah.
Fuck, he got a fight in the UFC.
Yeah.
Kimbo?
Yeah.
Fuck
he
yeah.
had
I
several.
mean, but, well, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
he shouldn't have. He should have had the one. But
Well, he knocked the shit out of. Was it Houston Alexander, who was supposed to destroy him?
yeah, but that was a perfect
Yeah.
fight for
my
him.
my
But,
favorite
yeah.
fight ever is Kimbo Slice versus Dada 5000.
Dude, that was unbelievable. That was unreal.
It was a fucking shit show.
That was a disaster.
That was that first prime time, right? Like,
Dada
Yep.
5000 died after the fight. from
I think they
exhaustion,
both did.
and he was resuscitated.
Dude, that was
Jesus.
fucking brutal.
That was the funniest thing.
Well, didn't
that made everybody think they could fight after
Right.
that.
God,
Like,
right?
That's what happened. That's
You
where
need-
Jake
you need-
Paul came from.
Yeah,
Right.
you need nothing in the tank to fight. Just
Didn't Kimbo Slice fight Ken Shamrock in St. Louis? Didn't that happen?
I don't think he ever fought.
I was
Ken.
at. Oh, tell me I was at that. Did I go to that one?
Did Kimbo fight Ken Shamrock?
Yeah, he did.
I must miss that.
It wasn't UFC, but
I
it was,
went
it
to
was
Two
some
Strike
other-
Force in St. Louis. I want to say I was at that.
Yeah, I remember watching it on TV.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I
I've never
don't
seen
know. I
that.
don't want to guarantee that, but I think
that
I was
go?
at
I
that.
mean, it was a fucking.
Did Ken just slam him and
I mean, it was somewhere between mixed martial arts and WWE.
fair? Fair.
I mean, that's fair. You should YouTube it though. I'll say that. I'm not going to spoil it
Dude,
for you.
Mike
You
Perry.
YouTube it.
Oh, Mike Perry.
Mike Perry.
Yeah, I love Mike Perry.
Yeah.
Dude's hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you
well,
seen him go back?
He
and
came
forth?
out like, dude, his hands. So they were like, "What do you think?" He's like, "Well, you know," and he was just gangster as fuck. The guy fucked him up. But he's like, "Yeah, my fucking hands hurt from his face. You know, I got to get used to that, but I'm gonna start hitting concrete and fuck these guys. You know, like basically, because he's just a nuts. But you could tell, like, probably broke all his shit because that bare
How
knuckles.
could you
fuck.
not?
Yeah,
That's
he
why the
can't.
guy wore the boxing glove. That was my whole point of that story. Because in boxing, he's trying to fucking not fuck up his hand so he could jack him
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, but then when you have one exposed, you just fuck that hand up, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, but he wasn't planning on wrestling, right? He's a boxer.
Yeah.
If he was wrestling,
No,
he'd
I'm
done
saying you're
lost
gonna-
anyway.
Just like that 400-pound motherfucker didn't plan on getting kicked in the face and the tooth
I
flying
wonder who
out.
caught that tooth, too.
That was brutal.
You see the tooth is
Yeah,
the best
fly
part.
out. You don't remember that?
I tell you
It was
what.
UFC 1, wasn't it? I think it was
Fuck yeah,
UFC
I
1.
do remember.
I think it was the first fight ever.
I remember, but who was
And
the
that
who's the
dude-
guy that threw the kick?
Oh, I forget that dude's
was it
name,
some-
but that dude would have smashed Gracie. I'm telling you, man. Gracie had all that shit set up. All that shit was the family. They were trying to push jiu-jitsu.
Who threw that kick?
I'll find that shit too. Shit, it's right here, man. We got access to the entire world.
I gotta guess it before you find it though.
Good luck.
Head kick. And he was from Pride, wasn't he? The guy who threw the kick.
I mean, this is pre-Pride.
Yeah, this is before Pride.
Oh,
I'm talking
It was
UFC,
UFC
1.
1.
He was a well-known dude, though, at the time.
I know. That's what's bothering me.
Yeah, it's Gerard Garreau, right? I think.
That might be it.
No, that's the dude that went to the finals, so he did beat him.
Well,
No, that sounds right. Hey, he did lose. How did he lose to the... Oh, did he not continue? I can't remember.
Remember, couldn't you punch in the nuts, too? In
You
those first few?
yeah, you could punch in the nuts and you could pull hair.
That's what stopped him. Remember the one guy had him like in a crucifix,
Yeah,
and he
and
just
just
fucking started
pounding
jacking
his
him in the
nuts.
fucking nuts?
Just, oh.
Then they started making the rules. And that's why Gracie said they left. So the UFC 5, they started saying the time limits because the Shamrock and Gracie went forever.
yeah.
And
Remember-
they started putting the rules in, and
Yeah.
Gracie's like, I'm out. The whole
One of
thing's
the
not for
best
rules.
fights ever was Gracie and Sakuraba without a time limit.
Yeah, that was definitely him. Gerard Gordeau.
Wasn't Pride 10 minutes first round?
Yeah, and then unlimited
Dude,
after
that's
that,
forever.
isn't it? When I first did MMA training, I did a 3-minute spar. That was like my first time doing a real spar with like an amateur fighter who had he's had several fights. I was so fucking gassed halfway
I
through.
can't
Dude,
imagine.
I was so gassed halfway through it. I was like, I'm done. I was like, if this dude blasts a double leg,
Yeah, what are you going to do? You're so fatigued.
I'm tapping.
And it's the slowest 3 minutes ever. It feels
So
like
slow.
an hour.
So slow.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Yeah, you gotta watch that fight.
Yeah,
That Mike Perry bare knuckle fight.
good one.
It's worth watching because, like, you realize how tough these dudes really fucking are. Like, it's a different type of level of tough.
It is. Hell,
He's
Who's
breaking
that
his hands
other-
on people's face, and none of them quit. Neither of them
who's that
fuckers quit.
country dude from the UFC that went to bare knuckle fighting? Country as fuck. I think he's the one that fought Artem Lobov. They had a match. I mean, they were so effed up after. There was blood everywhere, cuts everywhere. He looked horrible.
Yeah, Lobov was supposed to get his ass whooped in that and did pretty good, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Lobov ended. Oh, they had a draw on the first match, and then Lobov won by split decision on the second one. I think. And then after that, he fought Paulie Malignaggi, and that was a joke.
That was the one I was thinking of. So
yeah, Lobov won that. But yeah, Lobov was supposed to get effed.
with Jason Knight, maybe.
Yes, Jason Knight. Yep, he had two of them with Jason Knight, and those were both hard to watch because they were so bloody and vicious.
Artem Lobov's hard to watch. Like, I'm surprised you don't get knocked the fuck out all the time. The way he stands there with his head straight
Dude, it's
up
so
and shit
bad.
all the time.
Hands down, head up.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
crazy.
what the fuck, dude?
It's crazy.
Just looked like he should suck. So when he did good in there, I was kind of like, all right,
Surprise.
Yeah. Figured bare
It's
knuckles.
weird. It's like, how do you train with Connor? He's got feel how you want to feel about Connor. Has to be one of the best strikers the UFC's seen. And
Probably
you
used to be.
And you end up like this after training with him. It's like,
I think
oh my God.
I wouldn't say best. I don't know where you get that. I don't see that.
Connor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure, one of the best strikers. But I also know that you have a huge bias against Connor, so this conversation
No, I
is
mean,
not worth having.
No, it's not. No, Connor's good. He's good. But as far, I mean, I guess you're just saying strikers all around, right? Like,
Just fluidity, ability to counterpunch, ability to fight going backwards.
Anderson Silva beats him.
I said one of the.
No, I'm just saying.
Yes.
I mean,
if you
got
want to talk
that,
about the best,
but if you got, like, I think there's some better boxers, but like as far as
I'm talking about the whole.
yeah, I can see what you're
The
saying
whole
because
artistic package, I think Connor's one of the best. Striking.
yeah,
I think
pick and move and
I think he gets
intelligence
real bad
wise.
the moment it starts getting into a clinch or grapple battle, unless it's against Cowboy, and then he just shoulders the fuck out of him. But
Cowboys look good at times.
I know.
Stephen Thompson is really good.
Yeah, I think the best striker in the UFC right now is Peter Yan.
Oh, he was surprising as shit too.
I haven't seen him.
He
He's
is
a lighter weight guy, like
hey,
a 35.
He's a robot. He does everything right, crisp, and it's fucking good. I think he's the best, and I think the second best in the UFC right now, and so much as it hurts to admit it, is Israel Adesanya. He's got to be the second best.
He's fucking slick.
And the only reason
and getting better.
I know. The only reason I say it hurts to admit is because like one of my favorite fighters is Robert Whittaker.
Yeah.
I thought Robert won the last one, to be honest. But
I did not.
that's fair.
Yeah, I did not. I only watched it the once though, and that's tough, right? Because I was rooting for Adesanya because that's my guy, but I like Whittaker too, so I'm both ways. But
I thought at the minimum it has to be a draw, but I thought Whittaker did enough to win. But they have this weird thing that's like you have to beat the champ to beat the champ, or like they favor champions in decisions. I don't know why.
Yeah, see, I didn't even look at it that way either.
That culture's been established, but it has been.
Yeah, that sucks.
It doesn't make sense because every other fight
should be just a normal fight,
Yes.
and it's a judge the same as every other fight.
Yeah, but for some reason everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta."
But I think he won. I mean, I feel like that when he was hitting him, like he was fucking him up a couple times. I never felt like he really did much to Adesanya.
Robert did in the second round, fucked up Adesanya a little
Yeah,
bit.
he definitely won the last round.
Well, he won the last two, and I think he won the second and last two.
I'll have to watch it again.
The third and last two. It's one of those.
Because a lot of times that second one, especially when I'm interested in a fight, like I really, because I like Adesanya. I was a Silva fan, obviously.
Dude, hard not to be a Silva fan.
Yeah.
I hate hearing people just rule Silva out of like the GOAT conversation. I don't know why people have been doing that. I'm like, dude.
Because they're idiots
I was
and they're
like,
looking
dude,
at his record.
think back to the people he
He's the
fought
fucking man.
and what he did. I was like, Silva. To me, Silva and GSP are the two GOATs. But
give me a cube. Thanks, buddy. The thing that GSP went out on top, right, and he always won. The thing that differentiates him, I think, is that Silva stylistically,
so beautiful.
right?
So
He was
beautiful.
artistic. He finished,
Yeah.
right? GSP won, and he did good, right? But everybody had that ground and pound, and he did what he had to do, right? It wasn't as effective. But at the same time, it's still, that was his shit.
Yeah.
And it was good to see him go out there and win all the time.
Yeah.
Um,
I
But Silva was finishing.
I could
He was
watch,
a fucking killer,
I could
man.
watch Silva over and over again.
He was a
Sorry,
killer.
I got to bring this up. I'm laughing already thinking about it. Did you see Silva versus Tito?
Fuck yeah.
When was that?
What was? Oh,
Did you hear Brad
recent.
Cook?
It's in the past year. They had a boxing match. Yeah. Tito,
Yeah, they did boxing.
Tito
Tito was bitching about the weight, too, because Silva won him at 200.
Yeah, Tito was knocked out just dead because he's got CTE for days. He was knocked dead in the first round, and you're just like, okay.
Silva made him hit 200. He wanted to come, and then he was bitching about it the whole time, and then still didn't make weight. And Silva was like, it don't matter.
And
then
then
just beats
Silva
his
just
ass
did
anyway.
this. It was like,
Yeah.
and like the fight was over.
Brad Cook said that he thinks that shit's fixed. But I'm like, it was not fixed, dude. He fucking
No,
fucked him up.
Tito's just that bad now.
Tito was never a good boxer to begin with.
No, Tito was a.
Silva can legitimately box.
Tito was amazing in his day at what he did, which is
It's
ground
because he
and
was
pound.
a wrestler.
Yes,
yeah, and
that's
at
what
the
he was
time,
great at. He was terrible at boxing. Go back and watch the Chuck
he
Liddell
always
fights.
was.
Yes. All he could do on the feet was roll and then try to go for a takedown.
Yeah, he could look like he was in a boxing stance,
Yeah,
but he was slow and terrible.
The Huntington Beach Bad Boy? Is that what it?
That's
Is
it.
that his nickname?
Yep.
Man, the Tito talking shit is some of the funniest shit ever.
Yeah,
It's
it's
those-
so
those-
incoherent.
Highlight reels of him
Right.
talking.
I'd want to see it next to
Dude,
Colby Covington.
I'd almost want to see it next to Joe Biden, dude.
We could do them all. Dude, it's always like
Dude, seriously, you could have like an undisputed championship of the one who fucks up their speeches.
That's
the most.
amazing.
Colby does it too, right?
Yeah. Dude,
But
Hey.
Tito was the best. It the line, right? It's the line he wants to say, but it's totally just fuck it up.
yeah, dude.
You're like, yeah, well, I'll just be, yeah. I can't even say nothing. I can't even think about it,
Yeah.
but it's just wrong, right? You're like, dude, that was backwards. You just fucking put that on yourself.
Yeah, he reminds me of the. Have you seen Boondock Saints?
Oh, it's been a long time.
The bartender, fuck ass, or whatever. He just reminds me of that guy. That's so funny. Dude, Colby won my heart over. So, way back in the day, I thought Henry Cejudo and Colby Covington were like the kings of cringe. I was like, man, these guys are hard to listen to.
I hate Cejudo.
It's easy to hate him. Damn, he's good. It's easy to hate him.
He's okay.
Oh my God. Olympic gold and 2 championships.
Demetrius Johnson won that fight. You're
I agree.
Ridiculous
By the way,
to think he lost that. Anybody.
Dude, you are preaching to the choir. I'm on your side. But he still has what he has. He's
all right.
He's a great fighter.
He's all right.
Okay. You don't knock out Epio Dillashaw and not be a good fighter. Moving on. Colby Covington won over my heart this last year. He was going through his nicknames for the people in his division, and he came to Khamzat Chimaev, and he called him Cumshot Chimaev.
Jesus.
I thought that was the funniest shit I'd heard in a long time. And the reporters were like, like, how do I even respond?
He's one, too, to just fuck up his words. He's trying to say something, but then just fucks it up anyway.
Yeah, but he'll just talk so fast and loud that no one can call him on it.
Yeah, just keep talking shit.
Yeah.
They're fucking. That was like just watching that press conference was pretty goddamn funny between him and Jorge.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like they're both just kind, and he was even getting under Jorge's skin, which was crazy. Because if I was Jorge, I would have just sat there and been cool because he had the whole demeanor going.
Oh yeah.
But he was getting under his skin because he kept, "You're fucking broke," and like he was calling him out for his wife fucking paying the bills. Like, you were sleeping on my couch. I was sleeping on Maritza's couch. Dude, it's like, dude, that's like, and that was getting on me. He's like, dude, you're talking like all this shit, like you got us money, like you fucking were collecting food stamps. You got a PPP loan, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Jesus.
He's great.
And you could tell it was pissing a dude off, you know. And it's like,
What do you think about Johnny Bones Jones?
here's what the deal is, man. You give kids multi-million dollars, man, it shit happens.
Oh, can you imagine how
Right?
fucked up you would be if you...
I was a fucked up dude at that age, right? Like here, I could be the first one to be like, and hell, 5 years ago I made funny Jones memes, right? Making fun of the dude for snorting coke and getting caught for it, right? Because in your head you're like, this guy's making all his money, he's gonna fuck it up. You know, I'm 42 now, right? Like, I'm old. Looking at it, when I was fucking 22, you would have gave me $4 million, dude. I would have fucked some shit up, dude. I would have made some big mistakes.
Dude, you can make big mistakes with no money.
I would have made
make even
big
bigger ones with millions.
Because you can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
So you start getting away with it. It makes the mistake even bigger. And I think he's just like a ridiculous talent.
For sure.
Like, I mean, look at all
You think he's
the dumb shit that he's done now. He's still on the goddamn
Do you think he's the best?
Mount
of all time?
Rushmore. No, I think Silva is.
Okay.
But I think he definitely has it in him to be still. Like, he might have like 4 years of dead time now, but there's no damage in that time, so I don't think that affects him.
You think Silva was on steroids?
And he's still in his 20s,
Johnny Jones?
I mean,
No, he's 32, I think.
so just barely. I mean, he's still got a few years. He could do some shit to be in that.
Yeah.
He's definitely top 4.
You think Silva did steroids?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But not nothing crazy. Like, he
I
wasn't like psych, like any of that. Like, no, I think maybe like he was overdoing it on the something. Like something. Yeah, something.
John Jones. Poor
The
guy.
dick pill shit. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, you're killing me. They had this before and after of GSP, before and after USADA. It's something else, dude.
Yeah. No, everybody.
I remember.
Like it.
Oh yeah.
Look
but
at arm wrestling.
I remember.
Yeah, dude, I
arm
wouldn't
wrestling is
fuck-
brutal.
I'd take whatever if I was getting in a real fight.
They're getting away. All of them are on
Fuck
it.
that.
But yeah, to me, I don't.
No,
Who's
dude.
clean? Who's
Devin-
clean except Nate Diaz and
Devin-
Nick Diaz
Michael Bisping.
and Bisping?
Tim
okay.
Kennedy.
Maybe.
I got him as clean. Tim Kennedy and Michael Bisping are
It depends on what you start calling clean. Like, now, can you take creatine and shit
Yeah.
like that? That's fine. So,
Yep.
so where's the limit? Is there a line somewhere?
I
Tony,
guess
can you
my
fill in on
lines-
this?
my
I mean-
lines-
Oh, I want to see no.
dude, you
I
want?
want to see no drug testing.
Hey,
ever.
Why? What's the point?
Hey,
Like,
the best,
What exactly?
available.
What's the point?
the two best fighters to ever exist are TRT Vitor and Alisteroid testosterone.
yeah, look at the
Those are the
difference.
best two
Vitor is the
fighters that
biggest
ever
one you
lived.
could look at and be like, look, over T.
Oh,
Like, cut the
actually,
fuck.
I got one bigger than him. Good old Johnny Hendricks.
No, dude. There was like,
That dude fell the fuck off. And I love Johnny Hendricks. But
what was
really,
that
yeah.
like documentary on the dude? I think he wrestled at like Ohio State or something. Then his nickname was like the Machine,
Brock Lesnar.
and he fought in like he might have fought in Pride. And he
Boss
was
Pruden?
he was so jacked.
I know who you're talking about.
The
Oh
like
my
the little
God.
documentary is so
Yes,
depressing.
yes, I know who you're talking
Like
about.
his life.
Almost
turned
like a
into
Hawaiian looking
disaster.
dude, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
Hawaiian.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know exactly
So
what you're talking
jacked to the max.
about. Yes.
Like I like seeing shit like that. I
that
want to
dude,
see.
that
like,
dude was
yeah.
a tank.
Like I want to see
And that's the
600-foot home runs in
He
baseball.
don't
and
fucking
shit.
last that long, right? Because he fucked himself up on
Yeah.
that shit or something, right?
What happened to him? Did
I think
CT ruin him, or
I
what
think
was it?
brain damage, drugs, alcohol.
Yeah,
I
same
mean,
thing
his
with
life was a disaster.
who's that? Really
All that
good-
shit's probably legal for him though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't do steroids, but you could do that. Like,
That
get
same
the fuck
shit.
out of here. If you do it, you got 2 years. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know. Like I arm wrestle. I assume that half these motherfuckers on steroids. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
who
yeah.
cares? Like what?
Like, yeah, that's what they want to do. They're going to be better because of it. Okay, I got to like maybe do a little more for this, or I'm not just going to be good enough. Okay.
Yep.
Or I'll take it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I
I'll
wanna-
say
I want to see no drug tests ever. Fuck it. Let's
I
see.
don't give a
Let's
shit.
see what the human
I just don't
body
give
can
a
do.
shit.
I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
all of a sudden there's gonna not
They're
just
trying
be-
to asterisk on the
But
Barry Bonds thing.
I
like,
certainly don't have like any of the morality towards
my-
like do whatever the fuck you want to do.
My biggest pet peeve with someone who got an asterisk next to their accomplishments is now and forever will be Lance Armstrong. The
That
fact that he
one's
got
crazy.
stripped of all of his title, all of his tours,
It's crazy.
I was like, bro,
Yeah, you can't strip
I was,
him. You already done gave it to him.
everyone in the race.
The
blood
dirtiest
doping.
sport in the history
Yeah.
of
I was
athletics.
like, what are you talking
But
about?
you can't strip him. You gave it to him.
Right.
Yeah,
It's-
but they
I mean,
did.
we all know he won.
Yeah, they took
We all
away
know
his
he won.
5 tours
He still
or
got
4
him, though.
tours.
But he still got the shit, right? Like, it's like having the gold. Oh, you don't get that. Ha, too late, motherfucker.
That's
You
what
get-
fucking what is he? That's what Alexei Vovoda did.
Yeah,
He,
fuck
he,
it.
he tested positive, or I think someone tested positive for steroids after he won the,
Yeah, the
bobsled
bobsled.
gold, and they were like, they're like, oh, you've been disqualified. We're gonna need your gold medal back, and like I think his Facebook or Instagram post was something along the lines of "Come fucking take it."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're not gonna go do anything to Alexei.
No, I'm pretty sure
In a
that
family,
would
like
stay.
they
in a
give a
family
fuck,
of
right?
Russian
Gold medal.
hulks
Yeah.
and generals.
Nah,
Yeah.
he's keeping that one.
Oh yeah.
Why would they even?
Especially
give a
on
shit,
the
right?
Russian government. It's like,
And it's not like the dude with the silver is like throwing a party now. Like, oh yeah, I really won the gold. Like, no, you fucking lost. We all
Yeah.
saw it.
yeah.
No, I'm a gold medalist. Okay.
Go pee real quick.
Uh-oh. Let's break it off. Give us 1 second. Our apologies.
We're back.
My apologies.
Got the drinks replenished. Now we're in business.
We're good
Yes,
to
we
go.
are.
So, yeah, speaking of the fights, there's one tomorrow with the Covington. What do you think?
Who is? Hold on. Who is it? Fill me in first.
Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal are the main event. And if you are a betting man, you bet all of your money on Colby Covington. But if you are a fight fan, you want with your heart Masvidal to win.
Nah, I'm a gambler. I'm a gambler.
Why do you say that as a betting man? Because as a betting man, I got my money on Masvidal.
Oh,
'Cause the odds
that's
are way
a
better.
horrible decision. And the only reason I say that is because I know that Colby can take down Usman, and I saw Usman take down Masvidal with ease. And I think Colby can just smother Masvidal and take him down. But if Masvidal runs out and does a fucking flying knee and wins, I'll give you $1,000.
Wow.
I'll take that.
That's pretty,
You hear it here.
You heard it here.
You know he's going to try.
I would love it.
But yeah, he probably knows that's coming too. I get it. Colby can do that, but he's the favorite, man. It's Masvidal negative 240. That's the better bet by far, by fucking far,
Yeah, but isn't?
right?
Yeah, but I don't think Masvidal's really got a chance. But I say that, and I want Masvidal to win 1,000 times more than I want Colby to win. So
I don't know. I just feel like he TKO'd Nate Diaz, who's nobody stops. The doctor stopped it, but he was fucking him up.
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh, if it stays standing, he fucks up Colby 100%. 100%.
You
But-
don't think he could stop the takedown?
No. I think maybe for the first round he could, but I think every round after that, no.
I like odds. So when I bet,
I should say this: I've never bet on a fight, so I don't really have a.
we'll see. When I say bet too, I play. It's called Sports Plays. So
Mhm.
it's like they give you like 50 cents for free.
Oh, okay.
You bet like pennies. Probably like $20. So I just
from
bet with that
pennies,
shit.
that works.
Yeah, and
That's
you
not
can
a bad
cash out
return.
eventually. Like you can actually turn it into money. I just don't give a shit. But so I really like to gamble, but I'm not trying to, fuck
Yeah.
my life
Yeah,
up
not
and
trying
shit.
to destroy your life. That's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
I
and
also really like to gamble, but it's like I think I've only done it twice in my life.
Yeah, so this is like free money, but it's a little money. So the gamble in me is like to try to get it up, right? Like it's only 50 cents, but how much can I get this shit to? Because play it like it is and let's gamble it. So it's got like $21, but I got $2 on Masvidal. But if I win, I get $7.40, right? To me, that's a better bet than betting $2 on Colby to win $3 back. Because I don't think there's that big of a gap in the odds between them fighting.
That's fair.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like the odds. It's a casino bet to me. So odds wise, yeah, Colby is probably the favorite. I get that. I think they're giving him too much of a favorite
Yeah,
status.
that's fair.
It's too high.
Yeah.
So the better bet to me is Masvidal because I think that he's got more of a knockout power for sure. He's got that. He's a fighter.
Oh yeah.
He knows that Colby's going to wrestle. Can he stop that? I don't know.
Because he knew Usman was going to wrestle in their second fight, and he couldn't do a thing about it. That's my only concern.
And Colby got Usman down, didn't he? But didn't
Mhm.
Usman get Colby down too?
Yeah, but it was pretty equal wrestling. But it's not like Jorge ever got down.
But Usman's a bad dude.
Isn't he? Want to talk about someone that's definitely on something?
Whew. But he's on it right. If he could pass the tests,
Oh yeah, he's
you're
chiseled.
good.
He's chiseled from the gods. There's no doubt.
But that's that African too, man. I mean,
That's fair. Him
some
and,
of
him and
that's
Francis.
genetics.
Yeah.
They might not really be on too much. But they're all on some
Look,
shit,
I'm
man.
just gonna say
That
what
you're at the top
I'm just gonna say
level.
what Nate Diaz is. Everyone
Everyone but him. Yeah, everybody. You're at the top level.
Yeah.
In any sport, at the top level, there's shit going on.
Not
like
Levon's clean.
dude, anytime.
fucking 100%, right? I mean, you saw him at 18.
Hey.
You could tell.
Devin doesn't do steroids.
Never. Just pancakes.
Dennis, clean as can be.
No. No way. None of them guys.
Dennis might have sludge
Yeah.
for blood.
You didn't notice Mark McGuire get bigger before he hit all them home runs, right?
No.
You didn't see him for the A's, right? And then see him for the Cardinals? Or Barry Bonds? I don't give a fuck, man. I want to see that fucking race,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to
I
see
want to
somebody.
see 70 fucking home runs,
Yeah.
baby.
Exactly.
Fuck that shit. And then like I just don't care. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, should you then the guys that aren't on the shit that break the records or even that are even in the conversation, you're like, that's really the baddest dude, right? Like they would still get picked out. Like that's the baddest clean motherfucker.
Yeah, like Ken Griffey Jr. Everybody's like, yeah, I mean he's obviously fucking.
The only
stud.
two sports where I think it should be regulated is boxing.
It's like the Bo Jackson. Ken Griffey was the Bo Jackson of baseball. Well, Bo Jackson did play baseball, right?
Bo Jackson played baseball.
Yeah,
baseball
but like
and football.
Yeah, but he was just such an athlete for that little bit of time. So good.
Ridiculous.
You think there should be steroids in MMA and boxing?
Yeah.
What? Absolutely. I don't give a fuck anywhere.
What are you talking about?
The only reason I say no is because people's health is on the line. That's about it.
Said all the light on everywhere. Everywhere it is.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, if you care about your health, you don't box.
I mean, do you really think that somebody on steroids now, like you're going in, if you knew they were on steroids, like you have, like.
I don't think it would stop anybody.
But I mean, do you think you're more in danger?
Yeah.
Why? Because they're stronger.
No.
Because you are too.
When I think about steroids, I think they have an ability to recover way more. So as a fight progresses and things get sloppier for you, but stay crisp for them.
But don't they have
You're
more
way more
emotional?
open.
Aren't they more emotionally fucked up? Like somewhere imbalances.
I don't think so.
I would, but I don't know. I've never taken steroids.
Me neither. I'm just kidding.
But I mean, wouldn't you think? Like, don't they get if you're on steroids, you get emotional at some point, right? You get all fucked up.
I think it depends on what you're on.
Yeah, different drugs have different.
So if you're on tren,
on
I think you're out of
brain
your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just can't
But I
see
think
there
if
being.
you're doing like a testosterone cycle, you can. I don't fucking know.
Well, is that drugs? Just testosterone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a drug.
steroids.
TRT? That's just overdoing it. Like
TRT is just like
That's steroids.
it's like just a small amount of what like the recreational steroid user would take.
But it's the same thing. Steroids is just testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different. There's different types, but
Yeah.
they're all. The end result is testosterone.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think no. Yeah,
No, I want to see every sport take the max.
I just don't. I think that if you're,
I'm fine with that as long as you sign a contract that says and drug use is allowed. In that case, I don't give a fuck. But if that's not like explicitly said, and you go into an MMA match where someone's got a physical edge on you, that seems questionable.
Well, the thing is, like, what
I
are
don't
you
give a
testing
shit
for?
if someone goes into a baseball game.
Right, it's like UFC tests,
down, just
but there's people that are still on it, and they're getting away with it, right? If they don't test for the shit, like Silva got away with it for a while, right? And then they finally got him to test for something that's in something.
Yes.
So they caught that. So they got to, like, tweak it around that again. They're all doing that shit.
Yes, I agree.
So does that mean because they passed their test and they weren't on steroids, so you're cool and you don't think you got hurt more?
No, I just think there's more of a barrier. And I don't think they're on the best shit, right?
Yeah, I just think
I think they're clawing for benefits that aren't as beneficial as it would if you put them on a fucking one hell of a stack.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I have the ignorant viewpoint on that.
I just think maybe they're stronger, but now they're dumber. They're slower.
I don't even know
something doesn't fire right. Like there's got to be a side effect to.
I don't know if steroids even make you stronger, but I know they make your muscle recovery like much quicker and your muscle development, which I think results in strength. But for fighting, I feel like it results in efficacy of power over rounds. Your ability to recover, your ability to do like continuous maximum output, versus someone that's going to have that taper.
I just want to see the max performance.
That's what I mean. Well, here's the thing, then, like
for humans.
But you don't want to do it because of health reasons or something, right? Or what's the reason to not?
No, I think if you do I'm looking at you because you're in that world. I think if you do, a 6-week cycle, or you do cycles where you're on it, you get the benefit, you go into your competition, and the moment you're out, you come off, you don't face that many health risks. If you're someone that's on it 24/7 and you fuck yourself to where you're going to have to be on
if you do that, then is it okay?
Therapy for their life.
So then that guy passes the test, right? That comes off, does the 6-week cycle,
it stays in your system for a while.
Depends. Different drugs have different like half-lives.
Obviously, there's cycles that they could do though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But in terms of being,
so if you do it legally, is it okay then, and you feel safer, as long as it's below legally to where they pass the test? Because they're all doing it.
Steroids aren't
some
legal,
just are getting caught, some aren't.
Steroids aren't legal.
Whatever the fuck TRT is, though, right?
Yeah, TRT is legal.
And you can overdo it.
What I'm
and
saying
then it's
is,
a steroid.
as long as you sign a contract that says that's allowed, I don't give a shit.
But I'm saying if they're hitting that to where they're doing enough, but they get away with it because they get to that allowed limit, where they don't get caught, or they do something that doesn't get caught, do you feel safer then?
Yeah, because if the allowed limit set by USADA,
Even if it's something else that just benefit them just as much, they just didn't test for it, or they weren't able to catch them, or whatever reason.
well, I think that's just part of the
part
process
of the game.
of weeding it out.
That's why I don't think it matters that much. Some of these guys are getting caught,
I'm
but I
thinking
mean,
the people
it's
that-
all going down though.
I'm thinking the people that are on the alternate stuff are on less efficacious stuff.
Could be
Con-
better then, right?
constantly, maybe I don't fucking know. Yeah, I mean you got a point on that. I don't know. It's not my world.
Right, but you're saying, well, it could be, it's underground, so it should be bad, but yeah, it could be better.
That is correct. I guess I just don't know.
I just think that everybody's doing it. So
my-
whether you
my
get away
end-
with it or not,
Yeah,
I don't think is
my
that
end
big a deal.
result is morally.
Yeah, morally, everybody
when
should
you-
probably not.
No, I don't give a
I
fuck.
think everybody should. Fuck it. Let's see the
listen,
best
morally,
If
performance.
you're
I just
not,
think
you're
if you're
doing it on the
fighting-
amateur level, right? Like, if it's professional, hey,
No, I just think in fighting,
it's for money,
it's
motherfucker.
Yeah.
dangerous.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe I'm wrong. I
It's like
think
street
Yeah,
fighting.
you're definitely wrong on this one, but it's
I
all
think
right.
so.
No big deal.
Yeah, but no one asked you, Tony.
Well,
I think it's 2-1. We just decided this thing was.
I mean, we're all fight fans, so I get it.
Tony's not.
I just feel like it is what it
casual
is.
fan. Yeah.
Like, look at Nate Diaz. He's saying everybody's on shit. He don't give a fuck.
He don't
He'll
give a
still fight
fuck.
him.
Motherfucker didn't fight for like 3.5 years.
Because none of his worth shit. He don't give a fuck. He wanted to fight Dustin Poirier, and he just lost. It's fights that interest him in fighting because he's a fighter, right? I don't know. I like Nate Diaz.
I love Nate Diaz.
And I used to
But
think
I'm
they
not
were
gonna
both
act like
fucking
I know
retarded.
what goes through his mind.
You know?
No, Nick Diaz is like one of my favorites.
But then
love
when
Nick.
I really watch them, it's like, yeah, they do sound retarded, but I totally understand what they're saying. They just don't articulate well. They're not dumb.
No, not at all.
They're just street.
Yeah, no, I love Nick.
And I'm street. I'm just not dumb. But I get it because I'm like, he's just not talking right, but I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Nick's fucking, though.
I love Nick Diaz.
He's falling off, though. He might be getting dumb. I don't know. The last time I heard from him, I was like, I still understand what he's saying, but
Got a little brain
used to,
damage.
I thought it was Nate, right? Like, Nick was smarter than Nate. Now I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I think Nate just got a lot of money.
Well, I think they just
And
keep
then-
interviewing Nick when Nick's high out of his mind, which I don't think helps him speak very well.
Which is all the fucking time
Correct.
because he's not doing shit. He made a bunch of money.
Well, also, I think whenever he hears he has an interview, he just...
Nate was younger, saw the mistakes, and he's still playing the game to get the money. I think he's just better at playing the game. So
Yeah, maybe.
he's
Well-
better at the interviews. He's better at all that
yeah,
shit.
but
because he's-
fucking USADA banned Nick Diaz for, I think, 8 years for weed.
yeah, and now it's legal.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, eight fucking years, dude.
That's crazy.
That's gotta fuck you up.
they
For
took his-
weed?
they took his career away for weed. So it's like...
That's so insane.
And he was the strike.
That's what he failed the Silva test for.
Yeah, you have to remember
For weed.
Yeah, he almost
Or the Silva
What a
fight.
joke.
he had
Yeah.
a competitive fight with Silva, knocked out Robbie Lawler. I mean, that dude was an animal.
And
his-
Silva popped on that one, too.
Yep, and his career just got snuffed because USADA was like, "Oh, you're on weed again. You're done." It's like, dude, what?
Yeah.
Out of
He's a
everything,
bad dude.
Wild.
Bad fucking dude. Both of them are bad dudes.
Oh yeah, I love
But
Nick.
Nick's better. That's what's fucked up.
Yep.
It's like Nate's got all the popularity, but Nick's better.
Nick is better. Nick was better, not anymore. But back in the strike
I
force,
don't know.
back in the strike force days, Nick was one of the best.
Nick came off the couch and still looked pretty good in that last
he
fight.
did, didn't he?
And you know he didn't train for that
Well,
shit.
but he ended up he ended up just stopping it because he felt out of it against Robbie, the rematch.
Yeah.
I think he was like, "Yeah, I'm done." I was like, I
Yeah.
don't think he wanted to be there anymore.
But he would still look good
He
for
looked good at-
not looking good.
Yeah, he looked good in the first round, and then it really tapered fast.
Robbie's a badass, though, too.
God, yeah. I hope. Yeah. So, my favorite fighter of all time, I have a lot, but one of them's Carlos Condit, and it broke my heart when he retired. And I think Robbie's
cool.
I think Robbie's about to retire, and he's one of mine too. I'm like, no, I don't want.
Yeah,
him
they're
to.
cool because they were exciting.
Carlos Condit was one of the best, man. I loved him.
He was all right.
He should.
I think if I fought, I would fight a lot like him.
Yeah, the natural born killer, baby. I thought he beat Robbie and got the title, but it was another one of those cases. You have to beat the champ to beat the champ. So they made it a split decision in favor
Some
of
of
Robbie.
them refs, man. Fuck, I don't know what. I think a lot of times they're bringing them from boxing, too, and shit.
Yeah, and don't freaking ever let Adelaide Bird
Dude,
fucking rule on anything ever again.
she
That-
fucked me on
that-
fucking
that Triple G.
Don't get me started.
Dude, I still get mad.
Don't get me started.
I
on
still
that
get
fucking
mad.
Shit.
You can't tell me Triple G didn't win that
Dude,
by
that
a
was a
mile.
joke.
What are you talking about?
was a
like
joke.
that is ridiculous.
That was a joke.
I still get mad when I go watch that. Triple G is like my favorite boxer ever.
Dude.
And I'm like, are you shitting me? Like that's what happens when you have the fight in Mexico and somehow two judges have, or one judge has Gennady winning it by the proper score. It's like 116 to 110 or something. Maybe it was.
It wasn't
closer.
close.
No, it was
The
like
fight was not
it's like
close.
115, 111, or 116, 110. The other judge had it 114, 114, and I was like, what? And then Adelaide had it like 118, 109
It was
for
total silliness.
Canelo, and
The other way?
you're like, what?
It was total silliness. And of course, I bet on Triple G that night.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
like,
so
what
pissed,
fight
dude.
were you
I
watching?
was so pissed.
Triple G won that shit by a country mile. Now the second fight, I thought was a draw, but they gave.
See, I
that
still
one.
thought
those.
Triple G won, but
Right.
it was much closer.
Right.
But I still thought Triple G
I
won.
also thought he won, but I could easily argue a draw.
Triple G definitely won the first one.
God, yeah.
That was silly.
And it hurts me in my heart because Triple G is like my favorite. So I remember watching that and I was like, he did it. He beat Canelo. What an animal. And then I'm like, as the cards are being read, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was wild.
I was like, I cannot believe it.
I don't watch enough boxing, I guess.
That
You
was a
just
good one.
literally, tonight, just look up Triple G highlights and you'd be like, damn, that guy's
No,
fun
I've
to
I've
watch.
seen him. He looked cool to watch.
Yeah, he's a murderer, dude.
You know, I've seen the Canelo a little bit. You know, I'll watch.
I
some.
love the way he talks, too.
It's just boxing, I guess, because they don't have a. They can't bring it all together. As soon as Zuffa comes out with their boxing, I'm in. I'll watch Dana.
Is Zuffa doing boxing? I didn't know that.
Got to, right?
They've
Have
been
to.
talking about it forever. I haven't seen it drop yet, but you know, when they launch, they'll launch big.
Yeah.
But it's Fertitas, so it's the Fertitas.
Oh, they're getting back in
with
business
Dana.
with Dana?
Yep,
Awesome.
and they are doing well. Supposedly, the last I heard, and it's been a while since I heard, but Dana was like, "Yeah, it's happening." So, but that's been a while, and I haven't heard shit since. It's some type of Zuffa boxing.
Excuse me. That's kick ass. I would love that.
Yeah, because then you know it's going to be ran like
I would
somewhat
love
correctly.
in boxing. I say the same thing everyone else says, and you can talk shit about me because I don't watch boxing enough to say what I'm about to say. I don't understand why the best don't fight the best in boxing, and I don't understand why a boxing career is 95% you beat nobodies to pad your record, and another 5% is where you really make your name against people that are in. Why can't it just be like the UFC, where you have like top 15 and the people in the top 15 fight each other?
Mhm.
So that the cans don't have to get just mauled to make a living. It's like,
It's money.
dude, that's what I'm saying. But they shouldn't have to. Maybe they want to. Maybe I'm saying
That's
things
where I
for them
think
that I
like the
don't need
Zuffa
to.
boxing might work
I'm agreeing
because
with
he
you.
will do it right because
I'm
that's
agree-
what he says.
that's
that
why
the shit's fucked up. That's why they're fucked up.
Yep, that's why I said what I said.
Because that's one thing that Dana does, man. He puts the best out there, and he don't give a fuck.
I agree.
Like he'll keep names around, but he'll still kick them the fuck out if they ain't good
Yeah.
enough. You know,
How
like he
about,
left Cerrone around forever, right?
Yeah.
But he still like the motherfucker needs to retire.
Yep.
Like you know, he'll let him get the fights, but like he ain't getting title fights and shit or nothing.
What was that boxing match that was about to happen? Oscar De La Hoya versus someone, and then Oscar pulled out the last.
Of course he did. Jesus Christ.
Minute. He what a joke.
How old is he?
I don't know, but he's a joke of a person too.
Vitor, maybe?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's like Oscar, you're gonna get killed, dude.
If Vitor just knocked out fucking Holyfield.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fight that Oscar was supposed to be in that he pulled out of, and Holyfield stepped in, and Vitor murdered Holyfield.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was hard to watch.
Man, and I told you before that, right, where I was like, Holyfield don't need to be fighting. Because when the first even thought about Tyson fighting again, they were showing him hitting the bag, and you're like, damn, motherfucker got to move still, you
Yeah.
know? And then like a little bit later, it was like Holyfield was training, and I saw him shadowboxing. I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, stay on the fucking couch. Like, it was like, dude, I'll fight you.
Right, just talk
You're too
about
slow.
boxing.
Yeah.
Don't actually.
Like, he
do
was
it.
just like, just him throwing him was like, dude, yeah, you're old as fuck, dude. Like, get
Yeah.
the fuck out.
How old is he?
60.
60
Got to be
something.
60.
I think
But he
he's
looked it,
62.
even throwing it. Like fuck, so is Tyson probably, right, too? But Tyson looked like I still don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah,
Dude,
you-
Holyfield was throwing so slow. I was like, dude, I would tag him. I'm telling you, I think I could. Now, the way he showed up in the Vitor fight, I couldn't beat Evander there.
Yeah.
But Vitor fucked him up because he wasn't in.
He's not 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, isn't that insane to step into
No,
ring
it-
at 60?
That's
If he
crazy.
would have connected on the punch that threw him out of the ring because he couldn't hold his balance,
Yeah.
he might have fucked him up. But he didn't, and he couldn't even hold his balance from throwing the damn punch. And it made it look so bad when he did it. So it was like, oh, now if he would have connected, whole dynamic changes. He probably knocks him out. It doesn't matter that he falls, whatever. But
Yeah.
he missed, falls out the ring. Looks like he's fucking
Yeah.
60. It's like,
Fuck,
Jesus
no
Christ.
good.
Then gets knocked, it's like. And they did call it early, I think, too.
I mean, I think they were saving his life, but yeah.
Yeah, it would have been worse. But you never know. Maybe if
I
Vitor
don't
tires out and they get into a fight and all of a sudden Evander gets into mode. Evander still looked, I mean, he's a
I'm just
boxer,
saying, I
dude.
don't
He was
know
a
if,
great boxer, but he looked just too
Yeah,
old to
I don't
be
know
fighting.
if a 60-year-old with CT
You don't need to be in there.
needs to be in there.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy they just ended it.
You fucking don't.
Yeah. I think it was a smart call to just call the fight.
Shouldn't have got in there.
No.
You should have
60.
seen
Fuck.
the commission that let him fight is fucked up. Like, you should have saw
That was
him
the
and
same
said,
commission that let, sorry to cut you off, they let Tito and Chuck fight. And it's like, why are you letting Chuck fight?
and that's 10 years younger. And that's fucked up.
Yeah,
But that's way worse for Evander.
Yeah.
That's too fucking
I guess he
old.
needed money.
That's too fucking old.
I know. But maybe he just needed money. He was like, fuck it.
They were I think they were like, well, he's fighting an MMA guy. Maybe they put that in. I don't know. It's still like, from what I saw, I was like, dude, he's way too slow. Like Tyson, I'd be like, all right, he's in shape. Like, yeah, okay, let him fight, I guess.
Yeah.
And he looked okay. Like, he did.
Yeah.
I do think he'd get knocked the fuck out by anybody that was old. But like versus Roy Jones Jr., it was competitive enough to watch. Right?
Yeah, it was.
As a fan.
Didn't Roy Jones Jr. go out on a shield?
I guess he went out with that Tyson fight, no.
Yeah, he got murdered. I forgot about that. He got knocked out of the ring.
I want to see Tyson fight Jake Paul.
I would love
Dude,
it. I would love that.
he'd fuck him up.
Right?
Yes.
Normally I don't like the circus matches, but come on. Because I don't think Tyson goes in there and is like, fuck that. And he was like, well, I like the Paul brothers. I couldn't knock them out. I don't think you could put a fucking muzzle on Tyson once you put him in the ring.
No, what's
No.
his go time?
Yeah.
I
Is he
don't
going to
know.
be able to shut it off?
Yeah, no way. No
That
way.
dude was born to box, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like the most compact animal that just rips when he throws. It is
Mayweather
something.
probably carried that shit, did knock him out on purpose. But I feel like he was trying towards the end and he just waited too long. Like
Against
he-
Logan?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he only had 8 rounds.
Well, also Logan's.
He waited like 6 till he turned it on.
Yeah, Logan's also twice the size of him, so it's
Right.
it's tough.
Like
for him.
Mayweather, he carried him for like 6 and turned it on, and it took him 4 rounds to finish. But I'd say round 6, he started picking it up and started
I
boxing.
agree with you.
This one, he waited till round like 5, and I was like, man, it's only 8 rounds. Like, you need to pick it. I figured 2. Round 3, he needs to pick it up.
Yeah.
And he didn't. It was like he still sat there till 5 and then picked it up.
Yeah.
And it
And,
was like-
also Logan's a fucking athlete.
Yeah,
So
and he's big.
He's not going to be easy to put away for anyone.
Yeah, and it's like you get that it's the best boxer in the world, but it's like you could get in there with Mayweather and hold your own for a minute, man. Because he's fucking 140 pounds,
small.
regardless how good he is. Like,
Yeah, he's small.
if you could stay far enough away from him,
Yep.
he can't do shit.
Yep.
And that dude's 6 fucking something, staying away. Yeah, he's hard to hit, and he waited too long.
Yep.
And even though he started, but you did catch him. Did you see that clip with Logan going, "Calm down, champ. It's just an exhibition." Because Mayweather still wants to win. He's a killer.
Yeah.
People give him shit, man, but that's a bad dude.
Yeah. Anybody that doesn't lose is a bad dude.
Yeah.
Bad dude.
I don't know why. Maybe you disagree with me. I don't know why people throw Khabib on the greatest of all time list.
Me neither.
Like,
No.
That's
No, he's a bad dude, and he probably could have been
Oh, I think.
had he stuck it out and did some
Yeah,
shit.
I think he would have. He could have gone right to the top.
He probably did good because now he's got that. People are talking about that shit, and he's out.
Yep.
But yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. There's some people that would fuck him up, dude.
Yeah. I don't know who.
Somebody that could not get taken down and
I don't
fucking
know.
knock his ass out.
Yeah, I don't know if that person exists in his weight class.
And I don't think he's the fucking ultimate grappler either. Like, obviously he's doing good there, but I think there's a grappler, a wrestler guy that could come in and fuck him up too.
I don't know. Islam, maybe.
More Dagestan shit.
Yeah. Islam is, like, I think supposed to be a better grappler than Khabib. Khabib's just more aggressive with it. Which I believe, because Islam, if you watch any of Islam's fights, you're like, oh man, he is. You literally can't stop it.
I only saw this last one that he just had.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Yeah.
No one can stop. Although, that was some pussy shit that he didn't take the RDA fight after throwing his name in the hat.
I feel like you put like an Adesanya type at that weight. That guy does it, man. Because Adesanya's hard to get down.
Yeah, like a BJ Penn would be good.
BJ was my dude.
Great fighter. My dude was Matt Hughes, but I liked them both.
Yeah, see, I was always like, fuck Hughes.
Oh, I love Hughes. Yeah.
Fuck Hughes. I liked when GSP beat him. I couldn't believe when Hughes beat him at the end. I was like, this motherfucker.
I loved when Matt beat GSP.
This shit's fucker. I hated when Matt beat Hoist Gracie.
Tapped
that
him the
fucking
fuck
killed
out.
me.
That was great.
Crucifix his ass and started beating his ass and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible.
That was so funny.
That was almost worse than watching Silva and Sonnen in the first one.
I love
at
that
the
fight.
beginning.
I love Chael Sonnen.
My buddy Dan Littlefield, who's in our Dynasty League. So he's a character. But he was out there, and he was a Sonnen fan, and he was just egging it on. And I'm out there. It was a fire pit fight night, so we're all out back, right? And I'm just sitting there. And just, every round it was like, all right, it's starting standing, and then 10 seconds later, like,
Yeah.
Dude, the one that crushed me was when Crow Cop came to UFC and got
please
fucking
don't.
knocked
I
out.
can't.
Gabe Gonzaga.
I can't read
That was crushing, dude.
It wasn't it, though?
I loved Crow Cop.
Me too.
I love Pride.
Me too.
Crow Cop was
Pride
so
was,
awesome.
the rules are cool because it kept it going.
I loved Mark Hunt and Pride. Those are great days.
Pride was awesome.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the best fight
Mark Hunt was a
organization.
bad dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. I think he was back in litigation with the UFC, too.
Is he still fighting that shit from the
He-
Brock Lesnar shit?
Yeah, he won. I think he won one lawsuit, and he's pursuing another.
Steroid monkeys.
Yeah, maybe Mark Hunt wasn't on steroids. I'll give him that. Maybe him and Roy Nelson.
Yeah, obviously. And see, that's the thing. It's like you want to say he's not, but how was he doing so damn good? Roy Nelson come out there and fuck some shit up. Looking like that. Like he would fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I love Roy Nelson.
It's like,
Dude's
man,
an
maybe he
animal.
was.
Big
Just because he looked
country
like that.
Roy
That's an
Nelson.
animal.
One of his best knockouts was against Brendan Schaub to win the Ultimate Fighter. That shit was crazy.
I
How
like
do you beat him and you win the Ultimate Fighter?
I like the Kimbo shit where he was in the Ultimate Fighter saying all you got to do is touch him. You ain't got to hurt him, but as long as you can stop him, he can't do shit. Just fucking as long as you're hitting him. He was saying that in the Ultimate Fighter, and then in his fight with Kimbo after that, because then they do the Ultimate Fighter as coaches.
Who?
Roy and Kimbo.
I don't think so.
No? You sure? Or were
No.
they on the show together? That's what
They
it
were.
was.
It was Roy Kimbo, Brendan Schaub.
Okay.
All of them were on it together.
But they fought Roy and Kimbo in that show before the finals, I think.
I cannot confirm. Maybe they did.
Pretty sure. And then it was like he talked about it, and then right after that fight, he gets him down. He's got him in this thing. And they're like, and he even mentioned something about counting. You got to count the punches because the ref can't not stop it if he's taking punches. Doesn't matter if they're hurting him,
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, you got to count that shit so the ref's aware that fucking he's taking those punches. And sure enough, if you don't get Kimbo down, he's got him down his thing, and he's just kind of like, bam, and all his, and his team, 1, 2, 3, and they're just. And he's just kind of doing this shit. That fucking hurts my elbows. Fuck this.
Oh, you an arm wrestler?
Fuck. My rights tore up. But yeah, they're just counting her up to like 30, and like it's not doing nothing, but he can't do anything about it.
Right.
And the ref's just like jumping in and calling it off.
Gotta
And I was
shut
just
it
like,
down,
dude,
huh?
he just totally called that shit and exactly happened. I'm like, man, Roy Nelson's all right. And then he did the exact same fucking thing with Stefan Struve,
Yeah.
right? I was watching this pre-shit. And they're like, Stefan Struve's training his ass off, right? And Roy Nelson's pulling like a BJ Penn, right? I don't know if you ever realized that, but like, you remember BJ Penn and Hughes?
Mm-hmm.
That whole rivalry?
Yep.
Hughes is fucking pushing tires and running up mountains, and dude training his balls off right, and it's like BJ Penn's like swimming and fucking surfing and shit.
Remember BJ jumping out of his pool?
Yeah, that was the hardest shit he did. But other than that, he's like surfing and hanging out in Hawaii. He's like fucking like swimming around, like jogging with a lay and shit. Like it's all like, what the fuck is this? You know, and he's going in there kicking ass, right? Well, Roy Nelson, same thing. He's in there like kind of just dancing around, and he's got this guy standing on a chair, holding like 2 broomsticks with pads on the ends of it, right? So that he looks real tall, right?
Yeah.
And he's just kind of holding, and Roy's just kind of like back like that, and then jumping up and going pop, pop, and then coming back, right? And it was like so lightweight where you're like, dude, that's his working out, you know, what the fuck? And then they go into the fight, and it's like, it was exactly what the fuck he was training for, man. And he's sitting there out, and he jumps up, and he's like, whop, whop, and just drops the motherfucker. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? And from then on, I was like, Roy Nelson's a fucking stud. Like, dude, this dude's like the genius. I don't know. He's ahead of the, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Something's going on.
Something.
Yeah.
So it looked like he wasn't doing shit. He had this stupid ass, and it looked when I watched the fight, I was just watching it like, did anybody else see that? Like,
Mark Hunt's another one that murdered Stefan Struve. Broke his jaw. Remember that? He just did that leaping left hook and walked away. I was like, oh.
which is crazy, right? Because you think at 6'11", you should be able to do
So
some
fucking
damage
big,
as a
dude.
fighder, right?
That's so big.
Yeah, I think.
Can you imagine being 6'11" and fighting like Conor McGregor?
I think Stefan was too big for his own good. I don't think he knew how to use his size.
That's what I mean. What if you were fighting like Conor McGregor?
At 6'11",
At
he'd be a
6'11".
fucking animal. Yeah,
Instead of him being like
he'd be the
fighting like
he'd be the
Artem.
champion. Artem at 6'11" beats everyone in the UFC. Artem at 6'11" destroys Francis Ngannou.
Jesus.
Because he's just gonna reach his hand out.
What about that shit? Francis like talking shit to Tyson Fury, like
Yeah, I think Francis gets absolutely
Dude,
mollywopped
murdered.
by Tyson.
fucking murdered.
Yeah.
Wrong
In a
sport,
boxing
homie.
match?
Yeah.
Boxing.
I think
Get the
that-
Yeah,
fuck
no.
out of here.
I think
Let's
he
not
gets,
get silly.
He gets mollywopped by Tyson.
Dude, you put him in MMA, and he gets walked because the guy you can't do shit else but box anyway. He ain't
Yep.
wrestling,
Right.
Yeah, that's a rough one for him.
so it's the same thing either way.
Yeah.
Like Tyson Fury fucks him up.
Yeah. What Tyson
For sure.
did to whatever his name is was insane on that second fight.
Wilder.
Yeah. Wow.
Even the
Wow.
first fight. When
Off
he got
the
up,
couch and got up.
when he got knocked out, dude, he was clean the fuck out. I was like, damn,
Yeah. Then he looked and he was
he's
like,
done.
nah.
Dude, it was at 7. Dude's like, 7. Dude's still sleeping. 8. What the fuck?
He's like,
It
nah.
didn't make sense.
he's
They're
like,
like, sorry.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, fine,
He's
fine.
like, nah, I'm good, dude.
Like,
I got it.
didn't make sense. I'm even like, dude, how did he get up that quick? It was like a Michael Todd press, you know? Like, it didn't
Fucking
make
wild.
sense. Like, he went from down here to
Right?
here.
The Michael Todd press.
How do you do that quick? You're fucking huge.
I love how you just straightened out your bad arm and your elbow just snapped.
Do you hear that? It's horrible, man. Retired.
Yeah, as
Still
if.
got a left. Still got a
Fuck
left.
Jason Coleman.
Wow.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, at least you got the win.
That's
though.
right.
At least you
Took
got
his thumbnail.
Yeah, Jason Coleman lost his thumbnail from that fucking
Are you
match.
serious?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love it.
It's his fault. He just grabbed my thumb.
Yeah, fair enough.
Don't do it. I think Jorge Masvidal fucks him up.
I would love it. I'm not gonna argue it.
$5.
Sure.
Oh, he said he wasn't a gambler, didn't he?
He'll do it. $5
Hey,
he's
I'm not a
in.
gambler, but
I heard it.
I might bet.
I shouldn't have done that. That's even odds. That was stupid as
Yeah,
fuck.
it was dumb. You fucked yourself. You fucked yourself.
I was just talking about how the odds worked
Yeah, right,
out. Blah,
right.
blah, blah. Oh, well. He's going to fuck him up anyway.
Yeah,
Don't
we'll
matter.
see.
Colby was kind of shook, I think.
All right.
Dude, they were
Just bring
back
those
from
$5
me to
on
Tony,
Sunday.
right? Picture me to Tony with security guy holding Tony. Tony's Colby. Security guy, Dana, in the middle. 2 security guys. One holding Masvidal, one right here. We're here. Right?
Mhm.
We're in the fucking face-off. They're holding it back. What's up? They're talking shit. You gonna jump?
No.
Colby jumped. From that distance with Jorge on a fucking flinch. I don't know, man. Right? Like, I've seen people up in the... Like, did you see, I think McGregor did that shit to Mayweather right in his fucking face. Didn't he? Mayweather didn't even blink.
No.
You know? Like, dude, he was back there. He was like, fucking that. And Masvidal kind of pointed. He was like, what? And then all of a sudden, Colby tried to turn around. You didn't see that shit in the fucking press? I'll find that. Fuck that shit.
I also didn't watch it, so that's on me.
Yeah, no, it was just a press conference. But it's like, just that alone, I'm like, I don't know. Just, I see little shit like that. Like, that makes me think,
So
you know?
let's transition to arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Tony
What do you got?
Soib.
Got Nat Fit coming up. Arnold's only had one round.
And Drew Bishop in the future, maybe?
Oh.
We were talking about it.
I think you win.
I think
Yeah.
we've talked about
I
this
think
on
he
several
beats you, Drew.
podcasts.
It was supposed to have already happened.
I know. I was real disappointed. So was Kristen, by the way.
Actually, Drew's going to be out for a little bit.
Is he?
He
I
hurt
think he's
himself,
got
or kid?
he's getting surgery on one of his hands. I guess is right.
Oh, fuck.
That
He's
sucks.
fine, right?
Like I was telling Bill the other day, I was like, if his left catches up to his right, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. I probably
Everyone's
missed
in
my
trouble.
opportunity. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, if he's
Everyone's in
getting
trouble.
surgery on his right,
yeah,
then-
you're fucked.
Yeah, oh, yeah, his left is, yeah, no contest because his
He's
right's
gonna-
ridiculous.
I take that back, Drew. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's no
That's
way.
hilarious.
If his left gets anywhere near his right, there's no chance.
Dude, how about at East vs. West 2 when they were going around the table saying who's going to beat who?
I didn't see the press conference. or
So
anything.
I watched a little bit of it, and they went around the table talking about who was going to beat who. And they got to the Gennady-Michael match, and, like, all of the Americans were saying Michael, and all the Europeans were saying, like, Gennady. But, like, as the Americans were saying Michael, like, Gennady was like, he, like, nodded, and he was, like, pissed. He was like, okay, yeah, I'll remember that.
Wow,
I was like,
that's
oh,
fucking
man.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah,
but that's
I was like,
hilarious.
if I'm at the press conference and I see that, I'm like, Gennady?
You just bullied me into saying it.
What an animal. What a match.
Yeah, that dude is.
Fuck. How is Michael going to beat Levon? What is he thinking?
He doesn't. What are you talking about? Nobody
No.
beats Levon right now.
I'm just saying. Oh, Devin's going to win for sure.
He couldn't even say it with this.
Ladies
great
and gentlemen,
face.
if you saw the look I just got.
They did see. This is on YouTube, dude.
If they want.
Fuck.
Um,
cube. Sorry, buddy.
you think Vitaly doesn't win?
Who's he matching, man? I'm not.
I got
You
Vit-
get outside of the country, man, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm a little shaky at best.
That's fair. I got Vitaly beating Levon in their next match.
I think Vitaly's the guy, right? Like,
Him or Kardetcha, but I think Vitaly.
Yeah.
Kardetcha.
I
thought Dave Chapey was going to do something, but that was a no-go.
just don't think so yet. I think when the last time they went, Vitaly looked pretty good.
Well,
I don't think
I just know that-
Levon's hit that peak yet. I feel like
Well, I
he's
just
still
know
like
that-
hitting a little better.
Well, I think Levon hit his mass peak.
Yeah,
Not his skill peak, but I think Vitaly is still climbing towards his mass peak. Like from the first match to now, Vitaly's easily put on like 40 pounds.
yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
He's fucking huge.
Yeah,
Huge.
and after you watch what
Like
he
he
did,
looks like he's pulling on a kid's table.
hey, you watch what he did to Krasimir, I'm like, oh my.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I'm like, oh
That's
fucking
ridiculous.
my. You tell me that he doesn't take a round off Levon with that shit? That's hard to say. Dude, I mean, it was
I don't know, man.
Against
Levon just
Krasny.
seems so
I was like,
goddamn
ooh.
dominant with everybody.
I don't know. You heard it here first. I got Vitaly.
Vitaly's the guy, though, right? Like, if anything, you got to think that Levon's hand, you got to get through the fingers,
Yeah,
right?
I hope Vitaly beats
That Ungerbayev or whatever cracked his hand a little bit.
Yeah,
he's
but
a
I
I
real
don't
good.
love that dude, by the way.
Me too.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
guy.
Right?
He'll
But I
go
also-
anywhere. He doesn't give a
Dude,
shit.
and he was all out. He
He don't
was
give a
like
fuck
fucking
now.
full out.
He was
And
100%.
I hope
full
I
go.
made you a fan of Cherkasov.
Dude, that fucking guy.
was
He's
that?
an animal.
He said, no, I'm good.
Yeah, he's an animal.
But
You know that guy? Was he like 170 pounds or something?
Yeah, maybe even less. Oleg Cherkasov. He just had that match at East vs. West versus Yusuf Igladizu or something. Ingen's like protege. So Yusuf won the first. You should watch it. Yusuf won the first match, And then every match after, Oleg just caught in a defensive hook, held, and just rotated it right back. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah, that dude.
That was my favorite match
ridiculous.
of the whole card. Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I know the Zurab versus Rombath was a great one. But I
did watch that.
I really like the Oleg one. That was a good match.
Yeah, I watched. I guess some of the top.
Yeah, I watched the whole card. It was good. It was a good card. Fia Rysick one. I was pretty happy about that. Fia's my girl.
Hutchings.
You know what's crazy is you watch what Jordan Tonev did in the after pulling to like everyone, and then you watch what Hutchins did to him, and you're like, wow. Like it gives
ridiculous.
you a scale of what Hutchins is.
The dude's almost 60.
Yeah.
Hutchings is almost 60. How old is he?
56.
It's fucking absurd.
Yeah, I saw some video with that Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan
Jordan
where
was
I was
like smashing everyone in after pulls.
Yeah, I couldn't do shit with him.
Yeah, and then Hutchins was just straight to the pad with Jordan. And then in the last match, he just held Jordan in the center for like a good 10 seconds before winning. I was like,
dude, like when he held Lachlan in that last round, it was just like let him go wherever he wanted. Like think how fucking jacked and strong that motherfucker is.
yes.
And
Did you see
was
Hutchings
just like,
practicing with Chafee just the other day?
Yes.
Tells you where Chafee's at too. People sleep on him. I
Yeah.
always think he's fucking like, because he lost the match with Larrett and WAL, and he lost to Todd, I think, at WAL.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
and then
sure.
he gets matched with Levon, he loses that, so now, he sucks. Like,
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, if you lose to the guys in the top 5, I don't think you suck.
he loses to Levon, and the other guys he lost because of WAL. They don't beat him on regular
Oh, there's
rules.
no chance.
That's what I was about to say. So I don't think they beat him outside of WL.
Fuck no.
Well, we got to stop saying that too, because like nobody
WL's
even uses
gone, right?
WAL pads.
And
It's not even a thing.
WL is over,
Is
right?
it even a thing?
Yeah, I think it's done, right?
I don't fucking know.
Kind of hope it's
Mike's
done.
under contract with them, so.
Really?
They haven't shut down officially.
But I mean, how many years? It's been over 2 years,
It's fucking ridiculous.
right?
Yeah, well, they did that card with Mike and Devin was Core Sports and promotion with WAL.
That was contractual, I think, just a way
Well, I'm
to
just saying the fact that WAL was part of it.
get them involved
Yeah,
because
they're still
because
around.
Todd still he's the main one that's still got a contract,
Mhm.
so he's probably getting paid like that. The truck somewhere he's getting paid from WAL still. To
Oh yeah,
promote.
for the monster truck or whatever.
Something. Right, either
Well,
it's
no, I
that
thought
or
he
his
was-
gym or something. I mean, come
Yeah.
on. Like, there's no way that he's the only one under contract. All the other guys are gone.
Is Brent still under contract?
Brent was never under contract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hell, he don't even have a picture on the chart anywhere.
Yeah, good point.
Hanlon's got a picture.
Does he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people on there where you're like, fuck. Kerner's got a picture on there, I think,
Wonder why.
because they have competed.
NWL?
Yeah,
Huh.
probably in the regionals or whatever,
Yeah,
or any of those when
I
they
know
were
that.
doing the tournaments.
Does that dude that runs Arm Wrestling History still compete?
Eric Russo.
Russo?
Yeah.
He did grip out at Arnold's. He just did it and won.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he won. Champion.
Like
Grip
This-
Sport.
Grip Sport. Yeah, out
this
at Arnold.
weekend?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah.
But does he still compete in arm wrestling?
I don't think so. He keeps up with it. He's told me I'm doing good with the rankings.
Awesome. Yeah, he seems like a good guy.
Well, if you get that from him, that's
It's
good.
a good stamp of approval.
Yeah,
Right?
it is.
Yeah, fuck what everybody else says.
Yeah.
You guys are dumb.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, fuck off.
Yeah, I was about to say the only person that could rival your, Voltaire is probably Hussein.
Right? I tried to get him involved. He don't have the time, really, I guess, But he's all about it. Good dude.
What do you think of this is no slight on Drew Bishop, just your thoughts on state rankings?
I think more people should do rankings all over the place. Fuck it. Give me more. Give us more to look at because we don't see everything. Like Alex knows all that shit, right? But only what's put out there.
Yep.
So the problem is there not a lot of people that'll put that kind of time into it and that know those people to rank them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they put a ranking out, whether it's local or a state or whatever, maybe okay. Oh, that's not good. Well, then put in your input. then fucking make your own or add to it, right? But it starts somewhere. And if you can get a ranking set for this state or that state or that state, and we start seeing them, it at least it opens your eyes to those people.
Yeah, and it
who's
gives you
that number one guy?
It gives you something to talk about too, and it can end up making the matches.
Yeah, and it's that
like,
guy.
Oh,
so
I should be ranked over this guy. Well, all right, let's just see then.
yeah,
Even like within like team rankings, it's like, well, okay, let's just see.
yeah,
Let's
we
see.
might not see or know those guys. You know,
Yep.
like you might not know that they had it. We had Josh Berger. Do you know who that is? I didn't either, right? The dude like reaches out, like, "Hey, man, I beat some of these guys up here, like on the top of your rankings. Why come I'm not up there?" Like, where'd you beat him? You got video? Blah blah blah. Shoots over video. He's got video of him like beating some dudes, right? Like he beat Black Ice, he beat fucking Palco, right? Like in these tournaments and shit. I'm like, oh okay, we just didn't see that shit. Bam, they start pushing them up, right?
Yep.
We just don't know. But if you got more state rankings saying, well, who's this guy? Well, this guy's number one, but we don't know who he is. Fucking put him against somebody over here, and all of a sudden he wins. Now he's known. Now we know these people.
Yeah. I
So
agree.
yeah,
I'm
more
in agreement.
rankings. I'm down for all of them. I think that most of them are probably fucked up, right? Like they all don't know. Nobody knows.
Yeah,
they only
it's-
know who they know.
Yep.
And it's not Drew Bishop's fault, right? It's not like he wants it to be right, but he only knows
Yeah.
who he knows. So it's like, who's number 5? Like when I'm looking at the list, like hell, I could be number 5. But I'm not number 5, so you need to find those guys because we just don't know who they are. But they
Yeah,
sure
and
the fuck ain't me.
And rankings aren't going to be perfect the first time either. It's like when you're just starting it out, it's like, it'll take a little time to get it
Yeah,
right.
if you were to go back and look at the January rankings, it probably changes like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah. Well, especially in like maybe not USA rankings, but international rankings from like last year to this year with this like explosion of world matches. It's probably got way clearer where people are lying on that totem pole.
Yeah, in the world ranking, they do their whole system a little different. They got like a point system. I don't know what they do.
No, I didn't see that.
So
I know that the top 5 poolers in the world seem to be very obvious,
yeah,
and people can mix and match the order. After that, I think the next 10 poolers are probably really obvious, but what order they're in is not. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everything falls out kind of after that.
pretty sure the way they do it, they do like top 20. They have like 20 guys. They're like, here's the top 20, and each person has like 15,000 points that they can allot to these people to
Yeah.
rank them, and then they average those points or something like that.
It's a weird system.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's exactly how it is, but it's something like that, which is totally different than what I do. Which what I do is I have each individual member submit their rankings, their list, just top 15.
Yeah.
And I average those lists
That makes more sense to me.
into it.
Yeah.
It's like basically how the Associated Press College does it for football.
Yeah.
And the UFC.
Yep. Yep.
I think it's the best way. I just need more Joshes and Alexes. But I'll get that if more people start doing rankings.
Yeah.
So if you get like state rankings, right, or regional and cities, and then that builds up, because ultimately I would like to have regionals too, right? So I broke down the U.S. into like, I think 9 regions, and that would be where I would go, and then have individuals do states. But we would pull it into 9 regions and have people doing it the same way that I do my shit. But
Go from regionals into nationals.
yeah, but I think that it doesn't need that many. Like, you go ahead and just have the other people do that. But that ultimately, maybe you could break it down to regionals. But just state by state, and then nationals is fine with me. Like, Texas has got their own thing going, right? They got their whole association, blah, blah, blah. They do their rankings. Great, cool. We got Texas then. So now who's doing that in New Mexico? Who's doing that in fucking Alaska? Right?
I don't know if anyone's arm wrestling in Alaska.
There's a Hawaii team. So, you know. But if you do that, and then you got everybody's shit, now you can pull from there. Who's this number 1 and that number 1? Are they even close? Well, let's see.
Right.
When they pull, then you find out, like, okay, well, Wyoming is the shit, but North Dakota's fucking horrible. or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, I think more people. Nobody does this shit. Everybody wants to make money, and there's no money in it.
Oh, so there's no money in arm wrestling.
But everybody thinks there is because there's so many people doing it. So they're like, oh, I'm going to promote. So then it turns into now it's promoting. Or it was. That'll probably get past that because this year everybody's starting to get fucking shitty turnouts now because there's 8 tournaments every weekend.
Yeah.
Right?
Where does Paul Italia fit in the whole damn picture?
Well, have you heard much about him lately, right? Doesn't he kind of fall off a little bit here and there? Not quite as much, right? Start realizing you don't make as much money. I think he got in. I think he probably means well. He's a business guy. He's got some money. Figured he can make some money. He's got some connections. Put out some money. You can definitely put money into the sport real easy and
lose it. Yeah.
well, and be cool for people love that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not money in it. There's no money. Right? And the money that they are trying to get is coming from the pullers. Right?
Yep.
Which are the only fucking people putting out the money in the first place. Like, we're the ones that are training and then going out and spending the money. We're traveling on our own money to compete with the money. And then you want us to fucking pay for all this shit, That's why when I do Arm Fighter, I didn't want anybody to pay for shit. Like, I don't want you guys paying for. You already got. It's because of you. There's even a sport. The pullers pay for everything, right? I want people to go to Arm Fighter, and then once everybody goes there, then I can pull shit. Like, then you get the sponsor. You get money from the traffic more than not from the people. These people want to like charge the people, and then now it's turned into pay-per-views. So now we're gonna do pay-per-views for matches, right? Which is great, except some of these people are doing them on cell phones. The fucking shit sucks. You start.
These stream qualities have been some ass.
Yeah, but they're
Right?
charging $5, and people are paying for that. Now, where's that money going? I don't know. Probably most of it's going to YouTube or something, or whoever's doing the streaming. Who's really getting the money? I don't know. I don't know what's in that, but I just feel like you see these waves of shit, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm in agreement.
But Nat Fits tomorrow.
That it is. I don't know. Oh, isn't Small Town Tugs going?
Small Town Tugs represent Gateway.
Yeah.
They'll do all right, man.
Where's
Jacob
Matt for
Wynn's
that?
going to smash some shit. 165's perfect for him.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jacob and Cody are going to do really well. Cody's been having a really good time lately.
I mean, I guess if Dylan goes, he's got problems there. I don't know if Dylan shows up or not.
Dylan
Burns.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everyone's got problems with that.
Jeff Blair's tough, but he's got a match coming up, so I don't know if he'll be out there. John Jennings could make 65 probably.
Where's Nafit at?
Creason.
Kansas City.
Oh.
Yeah. It's actually.
Is it always at Kansas City?
Yeah.
That's way closer than I thought it
What
was.
do they call it? It's right next to Kansas City now. Forget the city. Drawing a blank. Too many captains. But it's right there. Liberty, I think. They had to switch venues. So they should do pretty good. I think they still got like Travis Bajent coming out doing the announcing. Drew Bishop has written or developed an app, like a tournament app on what is it, armbracket.com is his URL. So he's going to try to like set up this thing where anybody can just get this app, run the tournament, so you enter your shit in, kind of like Corey Miller's shit, but it's an app instead of Excel.
Yeah.
So he's running brackets. He's going to run that program. I think I'm going to try to fucking commentate the shit, I guess. Maybe put his brackets up and the stream. Robert Lopez is supposed to be streaming it. They had some big matches, but I think a lot of them are fading out too. I know Cody Merritt got hurt. They had Merritt and Espy, I think.
That'd be a good
Is
match,
Merritt
huh?
still hurt from
Merritt
for
fucked
his,
up. Well,
for
he's got
his
some
arm?
pins in his fucking
Yeah.
arm, and the shit was like chipping out, or fucking coming out, or some shit. So
But that shit doesn't.
that would have been a
very
badass match,
Yeah, for sure.
because that's for sure number one in
Man,
Canada,
that's
number
some
one,
big boys.
or
Yeah.
number one U.S. I guess, other than Devin, it's number one Canada.
good. Yeah. Does Cody beat Devin left? No, right?
I don't think so. I think Devin's still number one, but like, Cody. I don't know, man. I mean, Cody's a world champ.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna destroy Artem Morozov left-handed.
But But I don't know. Devin's a fucking stud, so I don't know. It's hard to say, man. Like, I think at that level, it's just hard to say, man. I don't know.
I agree.
It's weird how hard it gets to that level, and then once you're at a level, how many gaps there are there, too.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Makes you wonder if there is even that. Is there a gap?
That's fair.
Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think much. It's rare that I think, though.
Yeah, right. Fucking tricky on the damn chessboard. I can't finish this game out.
Oh, fuck.
Been playing with Tony too much. Tony's getting better now at this end game.
Yeah.
I think I was kicking his ass here. Now I feel like I'm getting my ass kicked. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think
It's getting close, though. We got a plan.
Me and you are like 50-50 on chess, Bill. And I think...
I don't think so. I think you're way ahead.
Uh,
We haven't played that long, I guess.
yeah.
I did win the first one. That's probably why you're thinking that.
Yeah.
And I'm winning this one.
You're
I
winning
think.
this one. I'm fucking dancing around you right
But
now.
I can't finish.
I know.
I'm like, he's going to get me, I think, because for some reason I feel like I should have won a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm dancing around him right now. I'm hanging on a thread.
Like, I feel like I'm a retard because I should be able to finish this.
I'm hanging on such a thread.
Oh, my God. What's going on?
Yeah. When it comes to chess, I don't know any openings. I don't know openings at all. And I mean that honestly. I kind of do the same thing every time. And then I usually shine in the mid-game to end-game. Because I'll figure it out.
Because you're logical.
Yeah,
You're figuring out.
I'll lose some stuff in the beginning usually because I don't know what
I
people
need
are
to
setting
smash
off.
him at the beginning, is what he's saying.
Yes, that's the time to get up on me, and then usually,
Probably what I did maybe in the first one, because at first I'm thinking like, this guy said he was like fucking 1800, and I swear in the first game I feel like I smashed him. Like I was like, is he really that good? I don't know. But then the next game, like I thought I was doing okay, and all of a sudden I just lost, and I was like, what the fuck?
What just happened? What just happened? I've done that so many times. Like I thought I was doing all right.
funniest move of all time was like move 6 on the last game we played, where you just moved your knight out of the way of my bishop, and I took your
the
queen.
queen?
You're like,
Yeah,
yeah, we're done here.
I just resigned. I felt like
Yeah.
you. The one where I was like, Tony, what the fuck? He was like, I was so pissed. That's how I felt. I was like, what the fuck? No, I ain't even. Don't even.
I think-
Shut it down.
I think
start over.
Yep,
Start
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I've had the worst chess game of my life against you. That last game.
Or maybe I'm just that good.
I think so,
Get
Definitely
better, man.
not.
bro.
Definitely not.
Did you you had to have been laughing that whole game?
Well, the one move I don't
I
even
made
remember what it was.
What do you mean
but
one? I made like 4 moves.
No, but the
where I
first-
just gave you pieces.
The first one I was just like, okay, he's working on something else, and he's just checking on this occasionally, and he just fucked it. You looked at it for 5 seconds and just fucked it up.
Dude, that
And
happened
then
like
you did it a couple
4
more times.
It was
Like,
like
what the
4
fuck?
times, and all of a sudden, like, he had 2 rooks and like a bishop and a knight, and I had like a rook left, and I was like, dude, I'm out of here. I was like, I'm
Shut
over
it
this.
down.
Yeah.
Shut it
I
down.
was like, this is gonna be the most miserable end game of my life.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah, that was so. Yeah, you say it was move 6 when I lost that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it was literally we did. I think pawn.
I had a different plan.
Yeah, we did like pawn. You moved your knight. I threw my
Yeah.
bishop, and then you moved your knight
fuck.
again, and I just took your queen. I was like, oh.
Yeah, forgot about that. It's like, oh, did I do that? I thought that was my plan. I think, like, yeah, I just moved that, and I came back. I didn't even see it. You know, how sometimes you move it. And you notice.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. So then I come back, and I was like seeing what he did. Like, and usually when I pull up the game, I just back a couple moves,
Yeah.
so I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, click, click, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what just happened?
And I'm like looking at the board for a second. I'll come back, like, yeah, no, fuck this shit. I'm like,
Yeah, start this motherfucker over.
Yeah,
fucking horrible.
it was so funny.
And it did look, there wasn't nothing after that, too. You would have, like, ransacked some shit after that, too. Because it was like, he was just down inside. Like, I couldn't do anything. It's like, yeah, I'm going to lose a bunch of shit. Like, I'm cool. We'll just, we're going to start over.
Yeah,
Just
start
run it,
over.
run it back.
Start over.
That's just
We'll
so
call that one a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'd still think you're up. I was smashing Tony at first. I was way up. Like,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, does this dude even play chess? What the fuck is going on?
Dude,
And then I realized he plays those bullet games. So he's like, what do you got? fucking 30,000
Thousands.
fucking games.
Thousands.
It's
of
like
bullet
30 fucking thousand or 35,000 or
We
50,000.
should play Bullet sometime.
games. Oh, we should play Bullet all the time.
Yeah.
'cause I'm decent.
I'm down to play Bullet. I'm so bad.
I'm horrible.
That's why I kind of want to.
Yeah,
do
it's a different game.
Because like
a
three
different game.
3 games in a Bullet, I'm ready to throw my phone. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, am I really this bad?
Yeah, it's totally different.
The first time I thought I'm doing good, I run out of time. Right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I think I'm all right. I look up, the dude had 53 seconds left.
Yeah,
Out of
that's
a
how it
minute.
goes. If you
Yeah.
play Bullet, if you
You're
play,
Like, I think I'm doing good.
yeah, dude. If I play Bullet with somebody for the first time, it'll be like they'll run out of time, and I'll be at like 55 seconds.
Yeah.
like I've made fucking 12 moves in fucking 5 seconds, and they've made.
you know
they're-
already what
yeah,
you're doing.
They're out of time.
I wasn't.
Like,
I'm
what the fuck
thinking,
just
oh,
happened?
what's he going? Like,
For real. If
I'm
you,
used to 10-minute games.
Yeah.
You know?
if you take
You're
like
really-
4 seconds in a Bullet game, you pretty much lost.
Yeah. No, I'm used to 10-minute games as well. By the
Yeah.
way, I'm not used to this.
Until these dailies.
This daily game stuff bothers me because like
Yeah.
I'll go into something with like a grand plan, like a good 4 or 5 moves ahead, kind of thinking of how I'm gonna do things. I'll go work for 3 hours in the gulag, and I'll come back out, and I'll be like, oh cool, and I'll just move something, and then like I'll come
Yeah,
back and
totally.
everything's fucked, and I'm
Your
like,
mind is just
and I'm
in a
like,
different
what?
place.
I'm like, what did I just? Why?
Yeah.
It's like I had everything set up the way I wanted it.
When I first started, I was real good because it was just me and you.
Yeah.
I didn't have nobody else, right? And I only played 10 minutes. So now I'm like, I would just sit there and look at it, and I was like, this is easy. I got plenty of time. Like, and I was killing him, and he's a bullet guy, so he's just fucking quick. He just gets it. Boop, boop, boop. Always these little moves,
Yeah.
right? Deek, 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 deek,
Yep.
deek, deek, deek. I'm like fucking all over the place and shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? I lost my fucking train of thought, but.
Yeah, it was terrible when we
Yeah.
fucking started, but
But then it got to where I was doing what you were talking about. I just get in there and play it, and then I'm working, and then I'll see it on my phone or something. It says it's up, so I'll pull it up, and then I'll look at it, and I'm like, I might have
Yeah.
had a plan,
Yeah.
but then I
blow
look at it different. I only go back like 2 or 3 moves.
Bless your heart. I don't even go back.
You don't?
No.
I have to, or I won't know what the fuck.
That's
I
what
can't just look
That's
at
why I'm
it.
saying, bless your heart. Like, I was telling him at practice the other day. I was like, we do these games. I have 24 fucking hours to make a move.
Right.
And every time I check my phone, 30 seconds or less.
oh, max 30 seconds.
like, that's it.
Max 30 seconds.
Yeah. And I'm like, why? I have a fucking day.
Right.
like,
I
I
could look
just
at it for a
can't-
while. I did it first,
Yeah.
and then now no. But then I start
it's
fucking
so
up. So now
funny.
I think we're getting closer to. I don't know. I'd say I'm probably 50% up. So
Yeah,
two
you
thirds.
win, you win 2 out of 3 for sure.
something like that.
Yeah.
But it was like probably 1 out of or 9 out of 10.
Oh, you were crushing me.
It originally,
We
and then all of a
crushed
sudden you started killing me for a minute.
I think, what are we?
Like I think I lost 4 in a row. Like, oh shit, Tony's the man now. And now he's getting way better because you're playing.
He is good. I think
Or I'm getting worse. One or the other.
it's like something like, I think I have like
You're up for sure.
8 to 10 wins, and I think you have 2 to 3.
Damn, you
you're-
guys getting
you're-
some games
you're
out.
definitely up.
Oh, dude.
Oh, you found each other earlier.
Yeah, when we fucking move shit in 2 seconds or less, the
Right.
game's
Oh, we've
gonna
had
finish
3
pretty
going
quick.
at times because we'll rematch at wrong
Yeah,
times,
we'll
or I'll
both hit.
forget.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we'll both hit the
Because the
thing.
loser should rematch, right? Isn't
yeah.
that the etiquette here?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
sorry. I'm a terrible
we're getting
person then.
to.
Because when I lose the game, I don't know. There's 2 options. There's
you've
rematch,
never
and
done
then
it.
there's start new match. I'm like, I don't know which one I do.
See,
Yeah, when
I've
he's
done
done,
that.
I'm like, does he not want to play with me anymore?
I've-
I go, "Oh, we're gonna
See, I've done that too, where I'll hit like start new game, and then you play a random person. I'm like, fuck. I didn't want.
I hate
didn't
that's
want-
what I did.
Yeah,
I'm
no, you
playing
gotta
a-
hit
I'm
rematch.
playing a random dude. I need to show you guys, by the
Yeah, I
way.
hate that
am
shit.
fucking ruining his career. This is the most dominant chess game I've ever had. His name's Blake the Snake. Dude, I swear, if this was old times and this chess was something, I would have like strung up his whole family and killed him. Like I am murdering this man in this game.
You just toying with him now.
Yes.
You just
Literally, I think
You like plus 20 or something.
Just taking everything
no,
down.
I'm literally
drain
I
everything.
think I'm thinking plus 21 right now. I'm not lying.
He has
And-
no pieces.
no, and he just did a move where I was just waiting for him to do it. I knew he couldn't help it because I've just been checking his king constantly, and finally he moved his queen out to take my pawn. I'm like, you dumbass. I was like, you just pinned your queen. Like I moved my bishop 1 square, and now it's attacking the queen, and the king's behind it diagonally. I was like, what? I was like,
Tell
what are you
what,
doing?
There are some great screen names on there, dude.
Really,
There are.
I don't
'Cause
play nobody else.
Dude, I play so many games.
Yeah, I
you know, I
guess.
see them all.
50,000 he's got or something crazy.
It's something
Dude, it's
ridiculous.
crazy.
I bet.
It's ridiculous.
No,
I mean, you play them so fast.
I didn't realize that with the minute, but at first I'm like, how do you? What the fuck?
People that play Bullet are just built different.
It's a different game.
You're either wicked smart or you just have reckless abandon.
But at first he was falling apart, so I would play him and he'd be real good for like the first half of the game, and then he would just
That's what I'm saying.
totally
I feel
fuck
like
up.
You two both know your openings pretty well. Because you guys keep doing these unique openings, and I'm like, fuck, I have no idea what to do, and I'm just going to go with it. Because he always, not always, but you do that thing where you move,
King's Gambit.
I think you move King's Pawn and then the pawn in front
King's
of
Gambit,
the bishop.
dude. I fucking love
Yeah,
it.
and you want me to
Yeah, I
take
want
that
you to
pawn,
take
and
it.
I never
I want
take
you to
it,
take.
and I never take
I
it.
want you to take.
I'll take that shit.
Yeah. I can tell you want me to take it, and then
Yeah, I
when
want you to
when I
take it.
don't,
Do
it
I
just
take it?
pisses
Oh.
him off so
I
much.
think I do.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
you take
I
it.
take shit. I don't care.
The King's Gambit.
I do pretty good with it though.
Yeah, I want to.
So-
I want to go to the chess club so bad.
So they have like, do you look at any of the openings on the chess thing?
No, I know I should. I just don't.
Yeah, so like I'll watch that shit. I can look and see my openings and how they've done, which is basically against Tony because I don't play against anybody
Oh,
else.
dude, I have one. I'll just tell you my opening right now. You guys have played me.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I literally move King's Pawn, Queen Pawn in whatever order, Knight, and I just play the game from there.
Yeah,
It's
I was King's
traditional.
Pawn
That's
heavy
about
for
it.
a while, but I've been Queen's Pawn lately.
Yeah,
I like Queen's Pawn.
I don't care. Like if I'm white, then I'll play. Like the one I'm playing against you right now is like my aggressive, because I get a pawn from you no matter what, in the trade, and I've developed both knights and even my queen to somewhat, and I'm like, okay, I'm really happy with that. When I'm playing black, it's my opening's not so good. Like I end up always losing a pawn or another piece because it's too slow. Like white.
Well,
just
white's
kinda
got advantage.
Yeah, white just kind of steamrolls it.
Well, if you're black and you don't know what to do, just do the mirror effect. Just,
I know, but I hate that shit. Like it is the right thing to do, but
If you don't know what to do.
Yeah, but for me, it's too boring. I'm like,
Yeah, that's why I like That's why I like the King's Gambit. Like, let's get this shit going.
Yeah.
Just see what happens.
On black side, I do too. I sacrifice a lot. I'm like,
Let's see
fuck
what
it.
happens here.
And he'll take them all the time.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck. He's
Yeah,
like,
let's
all right,
go.
you're sacrificing. I'm
Yeah,
doing
let's
it.
go. Let's go.
Because he'll pull that shit. What do you go King's Pawn too, don't you?
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
And then I fucking go on the outside. I'll go on the outside and make him go out here. So
I
he'll
hate
take
that
my
shit.
pawn.
I truly hate that shit. I hate that shit.
I'll do it all the time though. So it's like it forces him because it's like out there, like it's a free pawn. Like
Yeah, it's
take
out
it.
there. It's just-
but it just pulls his. It
Yeah.
fucks everything he wanted to do. But I'll do it just for that. Like, all right, now you're open. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're out here, and then I'll cut on the other side. And he does it every time. He'll take it. You never don't take it.
I know. I hate that
One
shit.
time you didn't. I was
I
like,
hate
damn,
that
he didn't
shit.
take it.
It almost pisses me off. Like, get this fucking guy out of here.
But he won't not take it. It's a free pawn. He can't take it.
I know. I don't like it sitting there. It's such bullshit.
If you don't take it, I'm taking him. No, I'll move forward. You've moved forward a couple times. But then it's just dead. It's just sitting
it's
there.
so dead in
Yeah.
the water.
Now it's helping me out because it's just kind of blocking for me. And if it moves, yeah, I like it.
yeah.
So I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get some bullet games going. That's
I'm
more my
down.
wheelhouse.
I just don't even. How do we even start? Do I just have to text you and be like, "Hey, you want to play Bullet?"
Yeah.
Like, because you
Yeah.
both have
Yeah,
to.
because you got to have
yeah.
much
You both
time, I
have
guess.
to
What do
be
you
there.
get? Like, because it seems like Tony's got about like a 15-minute span where he can get on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you'll make a
exactly.
couple good moves, and then you know, it might take a little bit for
Yeah.
you got whatever
yeah.
going on.
I have no set time because I work in a skiff,
Yeah.
so it's like it could be 5 hours from now. It could be 2 hours from now. It's just
Yeah.
whenever I have time to go out.
Yeah, if you have 10 minutes, we can play fucking 2 or 3 bullet games.
True.
And I can play while I'm working. So I could be in the middle of work, and I'll still be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll make a move. And that's usually when I'll fuck up, too, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Then I'll flip over, I'll go back up, I'll make it, and I'll go back and start working.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
But I'll see it because I got my phone up here, so if I get that notification, it'll tell me that chess hit. So if that's the case, I got a tab that'll pull up the chessboard, and then I can I'll just make it while I'm working. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because I'm just on the computer anyway.
Yeah. That's so fun.
But I do fuck up then if I'm not doing anything. And the only times I really can't get back is then when I'm on calls or I'm out or whatever.
Yeah.
And then maybe it takes a while.
I'll make all my moves at like.
And I hate using the phone. So if I'm out,
I'm
Oh,
all-
I I can't use the phone.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
can't do it.
That's
I
all,
suck at
That's
it.
literally all.
I've done it a couple times, but I
fucked.
fucked up.
I
I'm like,
suck, yeah.
I don't
It's
like
like
it.
I can't see the board.
That's
like,
my biggest problem
fucking
with
it
the
up.
phone is like it's too condensed.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so small. I
But
can't see
but
the shit.
when I play you guys, I like almost only play on my phone.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Like I go out and work.
Good. We need the.
Yeah, exactly.
When I go out
You'd
of
be
work, I just pull up
handicapped.
the chess app and I'm like, I don't know what we just did the past 5 moves. Fuck it. I'll move something.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you're tricky at the end. It's like fucking.
I
don't
get.
know. It's like this last one. I feel like I should have won a long time ago. I really do.
If I'm sucking my own dick.
And I feel like I might be losing.
I get way better as the game goes on. I'll say that.
But that's just because you're there's problem solving. I
Yeah.
like that too. Like I think for a while I didn't know. The only reason I'm knowing the openings now is because I use what they're giving me. So I use those master games, openings, like what are the chances?
Yeah.
And then I found out I could use my
I
games.
love the percentages and shit.
Yeah. So it's not like, okay, I'll try this. And then they're doing mine. So I'm like, oh, it
The
doesn't
problem
work
is,
for
like,
me.
I read those openings. They give you like 3 moves. I'm like, all right, well, what the fuck do I do after this?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah, once they're like, no games match this anymore. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right, well, time to game on.
Yeah.
Well, now you play.
Yeah, that's fair.
But for you, it's probably good because you get as far as you got, and then after that, you're good to go.
Yeah.
But if you pull it up, it'll be under like openings and then my games, and you could go for black or white, whichever one. And then when those moves come up, it'll tell you like percentages of how many times you did the different moves, and then how many times the game ended up winning or losing.
I bet my percentages are about to be very lopsided.
No, but then you could look and say, oh,
I'm gonna stop
I was
doing
going to
that.
move
I'm gonna
this,
stop
but
doing
shit,
that.
I've lost every game that I've done that. But if I do this, I've won every game. So then you could go, okay, I'll just
It's
move
got a
this
lot.
one.
That site has a ton of tools. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, you can get better at chess.
That's why I
quick
even
if
bought
you
it.
actually want to.
Yeah.
The thing is, you actually have to want to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because
Like,
I didn't
I
want
want-
to pay for shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to go to that chess club so bad and just get destroyed by 5-year-olds. Like,
Oh, you got to, dude.
I want to do that shit so bad.
Do you know St. Louis is a big chess
That's what
fucking
I'm saying.
city?
St. Louis Chess Club.
yeah. World champions there all the time.
Uh,
Huge tournaments.
Yeah, we missed out on Nakamura being there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
that
just this
recent.
year.
Yep, that was recently.
I saw that too, but I've just got into it lately. Like, so, I mean, I've always played chess, but
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
I
no,
burnt a chessboard into my dining room table.
I don't think I had,
Nice.
I had touched chess for 2 to 3 years, and then you guys were like, "Hey, we play," and I was like, "Oh shit, okay." I was like, "I'll play."
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah,
Fuck it, because it's right there. It's like,
it's so fun.
I feel like I should be very good at that, right? Because like, you should see the answers are there.
Yeah. Pattern
I've always thought
recognition,
that.
Like, I love all that
But
shit.
I never really,
Yeah.
I should have got into it earlier. You
Yeah.
know?
We all
'Cause
should.
now it's so
Oh, yeah,
hard
we
to-
all-
Same with
should.
arm wrestling.
God,
Should
yeah.
arm
No, I
wrestled.
was into it. I liked chess as a kid, but I never,
No, I was never into it as a kid.
not how I should have been.
Yeah.
Like, I like to play it, but if I would have really learned what I'm learning now as a kid, you would have got good at it and just real easy.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Should have started arm wrestling like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I tried to put my kid in chess club, and he was in it, but there was like 3 kids, and then they
Yeah.
didn't even do it the next year.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Dude, chess
Right.
is fun.
It's so fun.
But I'm like, you learn as a kid, fuck you just soak it up so much different. And if they
Oh,
taught
yeah,
them that
it's a
shit then,
Totally different. And then you can play anybody around the world forever for the rest of your life.
forever,
Yep.
because you just play.
No language barrier. Just
Yeah.
chess.
It's crazy.
It
I
is.
watch a lot of that shit where they're playing, just playing chess, like the
Yeah.
streets and shit. They're doing the chess hustlers
Yeah.
and
I know there's chess tables set
Timers.
up around St.
I
Louis.
need to get a timer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to get a timer.
So I need to
Yeah.
go. I, need
I
to
just
go
put
find
one on my phone though, and I'm like, well, it's free.
Yeah. Free's good.
It's not as cool as a timer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something real satisfying about hitting that real timer. That
I think it seems like it. I've never
Yeah.
done it.
oh, I've done
Looks
it.
like it.
It's pretty
I haven't
satisfying.
done it either.
When you do this and you go, you're like, that's right,
Fuck
bitch.
it. Gotta get it then. I've got to
The
put it
real
next
deal,
to the.
yeah.
I mean, I burnt it in the table. Might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I play. I got some of those big pieces. They're nice.
Yeah, I have like a $200 board in my apartment that my mom got me for Christmas
Oh,
like
shit.
several years back. It's very nice. And I was gonna bring my
Marble probably.
no, but it's like hand carved wood. And it's like
Wood's better.
it's like a suitcase style, so it folds and then the pieces are inside in velvet stuff. It's really nice. I love the board. And then for this last Christmas, they got me a really nice like leather roll up board that has the pieces in it. It's really hard to describe. but it's like imagine a leather square that's the board, and there's like a zipper on the back that you store the pieces in. And you just roll it up, and it's got a handle. You can just carry it. I was like, it'd be awesome if like we just went to a park. I'd just bring that with me. We just lay it out, and anyone could come up and play.
Dude, it's
And when
so
I say
fun.
anyone, I mean
The board
some dudes
actually
would be
holds
like,
the pieces.
Yep.
So when you unzip it, that's the board.
You want, so the board's it's literally it's like really nice leather. The board's rolled up, but on the back of the
You
board,
put it in that
there's
thing.
a zipper on the back. It's like two
On the
stitched.
board.
Yeah.
So the board actually holds the pieces.
yes.
Gotcha.
it's-
I have a bag that holds pieces, but it's not the board, and then I got a
Yeah.
board that goes in it.
No, it's
That's
just,
pretty
it's
cool.
one cohesive unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just carry it wherever you go, and then you roll out the board.
Yeah.
And then lift it up and unzip and pull out the pieces and set it
Yeah,
on the
that's
board.
cool as fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a case like that, but it's just a case.
Mhm.
And then I got a board that'll fold up in there, like a silicone type.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like a mouse pad,
Yeah.
and then a bunch of pieces.
That'll work.
Yeah, but yours is way cooler because it unzips and
Yeah, it's the board.
it's the board.
Yeah,
So I got the extra board I got to carry, and then the extra bag.
Yeah. No, that one's the all-in-one. Pieces
That's
are
cool.
smaller, but it's super mobile.
Yeah, I bought the biggest ones I could find. They were like 4 times heavy. I guess like 60 grams or something. I don't know what the fuck. It said 4 times heavy, but yeah, it was a 4-inch king. And then they're weighted, so double weighted or triple. But it does feel good to play with it. So I don't know. It's fun to play. I'm not that good,
None of us are.
No.
but that's what
Yeah,
makes
it's
me
still
want to
fun.
play because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I
That's why-
should be
that's why
better
it's
at
so
this.
fun.
It's fucking right there.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you fuck it up? And it's like, but I'll still just give my queen to him
Yeah,
for no
right.
fucking
I'll
reason.
fuck it up
You know
all
what's
the
crazy
time.
is like when you make these moves like between work or between thoughts, and like you make a colossal mistake, then you realize when you watch professional chess players why they do this shit and they want it quiet. It's like you have to block everything.
Yeah,
out.
you got to be dialed in.
Yeah, you have
Right.
to be
You gotta
so
be dialed
fucking
in.
dialed. Yeah.
I was actually watching one of those. Which one was it? God, I realize now they have chess championships forever.
Yeah, Tata Steel maybe. That's a recent one.
Yeah, it was before that. It was like the
Norway chess.
I thought it was the
Championship.
main one because goddamn there was a championship. But then ever since I watched that one, there's
Everything's
never
yeah.
not been
I
one.
said everything's a championship.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's always been one. So I guess I just
The one
whenever I started watching, I thought it was the main one.
Right.
But I was like watching them, like, holy fuck, this shit's like, dude, that would be hard. They got all these cameras, and like you can't, they just got you on lockdown. You can't talk to nobody, and it's like, dude, that's a lot of like pressure.
Oh, yeah.
a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of shit going on. Just
Also, it's way different playing chess on a chessboard than it is playing like on your
totally
computer.
different.
So different.
Yeah.
Like I'll make way more dumb mistakes on a real chessboard than I will on the computer.
100%.
Where you have like that 2D view
Yeah.
and you see everything clearly.
100%.
But then take that, you tilt it, and then you kind of
Yeah, I
like,
don't know. It fucks me up.
Yeah, and you're like-
it fucks me up.
you don't see things as clearly as you think you would.
Yeah.
my kid almost beat me the other day.
Oh, that's
You can't
dangerous.
let that
You
happen.
can't let that
dude.
happen.
No.
Dude,
Can't
he's
let that
fucking
happen.
12,
That's
Can't
dangerous.
let that happen, dude.
right?
Not
But he
yet.
got me. Dude, he snagged my fucking rook at one point when I just like a queen thing with you, right? Where I
Yeah.
left, so I'm like, fuck. And then he got the second one. Dude, I was down 2 rook. Like at one point, like I had like a queen, and he had like 2 rooks and a bishop on top of me with his queen. And I'm like, dude, I done lost this game. Like, and I kept telling him, like, he's like, that's my whole thing. It's like I just never want to lose. Like, just make it to where he just thinks he can't beat me,
Yeah.
right? And he plays pretty solid sometimes, you know. Like he does some fucked up shit, but he was solid. And then he sneaks up on that, and I'm like, I think it's the board thing. I don't think I would have fucked that up on a computer.
Yeah.
I ended up fucking catching him finally because, you know, I'm like dancing around forever and getting him. But like you had to stop, and I had to be like, okay, fuck everything.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to fucking focus because now I am fucked, and this is going to be it. I'm more worried about how I'm going to, like, handle the defeat with my kid,
Yeah.
you know? than, like,
You'll never handle it.
nah, because I'm going to keep beating his ass. Because I can buckle down, see? With one, I can win.
You have to.
Well, why didn't I buckle down before that? And I was, even
'Cause
when
he's
I
never
lost.
beat you.
Well, because I lost the first work, I thought I was buckled down. I lost the second, like I guess I'm not.
Yeah.
Fuck. Kid's gonna get me. He's close.
Yeah.
He's gonna get me soon.
Yeah.
But I keep playing because that's cool. If he's that young and getting it, fuck
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
But I don't know. I still don't play enough.
Yeah, I don't either.
I play a lot of bullet.
Yeah, we should play bullet later.
I don't want to play bull.
By
with
we,
him.
I mean we should.
I asked once, but then I guess you'd left or whatever.
Yeah,
so it
you
never
both got to
hooked
be
up.
on there at the exact
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, I should lose some bullet to you later. Is what I should say. I'm
Yeah.
so bad.
I tried a few games, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't be playing him
Dude,
because I
My
got whooped.
biggest mistake in bullet is like while I'm blitzing moves, I'll like get in this like maybe like I have your king walking out, and I'll go through a series of checks. And then I'll move my queen right next to your king, thinking it's defended. It's not.
Right.
And you just take it with your king.
Oh, everything happens
I'm like-
so fast.
And I just get so mad.
Everything happens
Yeah,
so
I couldn't
fast.
imagine getting that far. Like to me, that's why you're making those little moves all the time because you're used to that. Like
Yeah.
you're just making it real quick. You're trying to
Yeah.
protect everything.
I'll say
Right.
like 90% of the bullet games I'm in end with someone marching a pawn down and making a queen.
Oh, that's a lot of it, too.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Because people get so focused on, like, one part of the board. It's like they forget.
Yeah.
And then, before you know it, pawn made it all the way down there.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're
I
good
like
at
bugs.
that. That's the thing. Like I've noticed when I play him, like you gotta watch him, dude, because he's got that. He always has like a rogue pawn. Like
Sneaky.
while you're playing the game, he's like
Sneaky.
It's on the king side though, so it
He's
fucks up. Always moving that king's pawn. He just did it too in his recent game right away. I'm like, dude, I thought we just talked about that, Tony. He like loves to move. Like he's gonna castle on one side and then he moves his pawns up on that side.
Yeah, I
Like,
think you guys have only ever castled short against me. You guys never castle long.
I hate castling long.
It's rare.
I love
It's rare,
castling
I do.
long.
I got to be kind of cornered into it. To
Oh
do
really?
it.
I
Yeah.
like castling long.
I don't.
Yeah, I only do
I'd
it
almost
when
prefer to not castle than to castle long.
Oh, I love.
I don't like it either.
Well,
I
dude,
only do it when I think it's going to
It
fuck
just
up the
makes
other person.
rooks so
worse
much
than me.
better.
Yeah, or if they're stacked on that side for
Yeah.
some reason or something. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, I don't want to give it up. I
Yeah,
don't wanna
he's
say
keeping
too
the
much.
secret to himself.
Not even. I think statistically, castling short is like much better than castling long.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
I just
It
think
has to be.
that it makes the rook so much easier. And I know that doesn't make any fucking
Well, you
sense.
get to it quicker, too. You should be able to castle quicker, like,
Oh, for sure. You can castle quicker short.
on that side.
But when you castle long, like when you do it, every piece you have is now in play. Like there's no piece that's like locked out at all. I feel like when I castle short, that rook on the far side, I feel like for some reason I have to go through some serious fucking hoops to pull that shit out and make it useful. But when I castle long,
I've been
I
that
think
with you. I think I was
everything-
stuck in there for a while.
yeah, I think everything's ready to go when I castle long.
I know what you mean, where you're stuck and you can't do nothing with it.
Yep.
Because your fucking bishop's down there for a while
Yeah.
and you don't move, and then you got
Yeah.
it's too many moves to get it out.
Yes. But when you castle long, that's just kind of been taken care of. That's all I got.
Maybe I'll start. Maybe I'll start doing that.
That's fun.
It's
to
also
do.
protected, though, so it might not be out there, but you always got it, too.
Yeah.
Hanging around.
Which I needed, because I thought I was beating Tony here in this last game that we're in now.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
a good one.
I'm beating him. I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And I'm pretty sure I'm losing
So-
right now. I'm
I say,
looking at it
I
like,
got-
I don't know. I don't
so I
really
gotta
like where I'm
admit,
at.
You should have had me smoked in our game.
I should have. I feel like I should have beat him a long time ago. I've been ahead.
I'm living on a prayer right now, dude.
But I think you're gaining. Like, I feel
I
like
am
I'm,
slowly.
yeah.
I am.
I'm getting worried. I'm like, I'm fucking retarded. I better think
It's
about this
very
one.
slow, and like one slip up and I just lose. But as of right now, if I don't make a mistake, like I'm like slowly crawling my way
That's
back.
a rough one. I think we're both in that. Tony the same way. I think I was beating him too pretty good, and I feel like you're smashing me now.
Yeah, just creep back into it.
Somewhere in there, I think I fucked up because I feel like I'm like, I'm not gonna submit yet, but I feel like I should. Like, it's that bad. Like, I'm like, I don't see anywhere where I can go, but I'm trying. I don't know. I'm trying. I got a plan. I do have a plan with him. With you, I don't even know if I can finish. I don't know what to do. Like,
That's a bad.
I don't
hate
see a
that shit.
finish either, so I'm like, I don't know. I'm winning. I'm winning.
You are.
but I don't see a finish.
Yeah,
so
when
I'm
you
like,
don't
fuck.
know what to do, it's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Do you? Because if you see a finish, I might be fucked
I
because I
see-
don't see one.
I don't see a finish, but there's like two opportunities that I can even out the game real quick.
it's
If you
pissing me off.
If you stumble into it,
I probably will too because I'm like, I
I'm
don't know what to
praying
do.
on it. I'm like, if I make enough bullshit moves, he might just do one goofball move, and I'll be like, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that game will drive you nuts.
I like it. But
Yeah,
that's the
so-
thing because it's right there. It's
Yep.
in front of you. There, you got the answer.
Yep.
Yes.
Can you
It's
figure
in
them out
there.
or not?
And you know
It's
what?
in there.
There's only one person to blame when it goes wrong.
Right?
Yep.
It's in there somewhere. You just got to find it.
So do you consider that luck?
What?
You say there because there should be no luck in chess, right? I always thought there's no luck. It's all the answers are there, right?
Oh, yeah, I would say
But-
no luck.
But couldn't you consider luck the fact that you would miss the move? Right? Like, oh fuck, I fucked that up, and then oh, you didn't take it. Like, I gave up my queen to you one game. You didn't take that motherfucker though.
Yeah.
He said, no, fuck it, I'll take the pawn. Okay. I don't even know if it was a pawn. I'm throwing that out there. But you did miss the queen. Okay? And I was like, after I moved it too, it was one of those right when you moved it and you're like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, fuck me. Fuck. And I'm like planning everything around it. I'm like, I can't do anything. I'm fucked. I'm totally fucked. And then you didn't take it. You took something else. It might have been a rook instead. Like, it was something good. But it was like, oh, fuck.
I actually, I know what game you're talking about, and I didn't take it on purpose.
Oh, well, it worked out.
Well, I ended up checkmating you, and
So it didn't work out. But I was happy as fuck because I was like,
Yeah,
No,
you
fuck!
You still want it.
he's totally right. His queen was open, but if I took your queen, this was my thought process: is if I take your queen, I just get your queen. If I take your rook, I think I can win the game, and then
It worked.
That's what I did.
and I didn't mean to give it up though. So when I did it, like
Yeah.
I moved it and it was like a too late. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Fuck! And then when you didn't take it, I thought I was good. Like it was like a.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
there are times that I've done. I did that to you, in this game. Because the whole time that I was maneuvering with you in the game before I fucked it up, it was to pin your queen or get it open and take it. And I think at some point I had it open, and I don't know what the fuck I did, but I ruined it. And I think because I texted you on Facebook Messenger, and then the first thing you said was like, "Yeah, you fucked up, man." I was like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, "I'm blowing this one." That was like my worst game ever, dude. That was incredible. I need to save that game and send it to you. And as you watch it, you can just be like, "Oh no, Aaron's he's got a mental problem. Like he's dumb."
Fuck that one up, huh?
Yeah. But then I got to send you guys
Thank you, sir.
I need you guys to like walk through the Blake the Snake game because it's a massacre.
That's amazing.
It's like the most massacre I've ever had. It's about to end, but it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I don't like playing those daily games against people I don't know.
No, I
don't
only
wanna do
play
that.
them when I fuck it up and don't hit rematch. I hit new game.
That's what I did. I hit new game because I was like, oh, maybe I'll just try to do it this time. So I hit start new game, and I thought it meant with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's Blake the Snake?
No, you gotta hit rematch.
Yeah.
I think for a while we would rematch both of us, so like the winner and the
Yeah.
loser.
So we were getting two going.
Yeah, and then one time we had three, and
Yeah,
it's
we
like
had-
at some point it's like that's too many, dude. Huh?
Yeah.
Because we're doing it at the same time,
Yeah.
so it was always like move.
Yeah.
Because you're only on there whenever you're on there,
Yeah.
so it's like okay, move, and I got used to it for a while. I was like, dude, it's too much.
Yeah,
going
it
on.
is too
Two
much.
maybe, but when it's like if I got both of you guys, I'm cool. I don't need two and two.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But I don't know who it is, and I think we're good. It's usually the loser. One of them pops up rematch.
Yeah, I
figured
think-
out.
yeah,
We've
yeah.
been doing it pretty good lately. I
Yeah.
think.
I
where
think
we're-
if you and I haven't been doing this, so it's on me.
you never
I think-
rematch.
I
You
think-
have to just rematch with Aaron, or he ain't gonna play.
Yeah,
again.
right, exactly. It's like, ah, fuck these guys,
dude,
I'm
hey,
too good.
That dude's
Yep.
an asshole, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he don't want to play.
I think if from this point forward, I guess
Old Dan hasn't even accepted my request. So
Fuck that guy.
I can't stand that fucking guy. Yeah. Old Dan, if you're listening, fuck
Yeah.
you.
But Aaron won't play Dynasty with us, or you could
You
fucking.
won't?
No,
Dude, you're such a puss.
no,
Yeah, why?
because he's there. I don't want to play with that shit. Literally, you know what happens, right? Is that league starts off, and every arm wrestling practice that he goes to, he tells you everything that you've done is wrong and why he's better. And I just don't have time to deal with that. He's that
Except
type of
beat him.
person.
Then
Yeah,
just
just
beat
don't
him.
let him win.
Oh, fuck it. It doesn't matter. He's the type of person to be like, oh, no, you shouldn't have done that. Here's why.
That's
It's
not
like-
why though. It's because you're in 2 other leagues. That's what you
You
said.
think your leagues are cooler than ours?
Yeah, that's
Get
what
the
it is.
fuck out of here.
Look at you two. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
they are.
Well,
get the
maybe.
fuck out.
I'm probably not that cool.
You did
anymore.
show up to our show.
That's true.
I did. Yikes.
That is true.
Yeah.
We didn't show up to your show.
Right?
No doubt about that.
I would have came to see you fight. If you'd ever done that.
Yeah.
We could still set it up. I got connections.
That'd be fun.
Would you do it? I
Yeah,
fucking
if I,
wouldn't.
I would
Would you?
if I trained.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just do
I
it.
mean, would you train and do it?
Yeah, you're a
crazy.
young man. You're a young man.
Right?
You, got
You
the
are
fucking
young
whole-
still.
I might.
Shit, I used to have the hookups.
But it needs to be
straight up,
someone
but
who's
I
a
still
fucking
could.
amateur. I mean, I don't want to go in there with fucking.
No, you got to just worry about training for arm wrestling.
I mean, yeah, I think I can.
Got that too, but we could train you out of arm wrestling almost for fighting. We got Johnny Blade. We got Billy Croup. My buddy Josh Chisel did a little arm wrestling, but he boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to the guy who I think he went pro recently, but he was on the amateur circuit here in St. Louis, and he was on, what's it, Shamrock Series, that local one.
Yep.
He was winning.
It's my
fights.
buddy's cousin, actually.
He was winning fights in that. His name's Noah. But yeah, I told him one day. It feels good when people like give you like compliment you. He was like, "Hey, do you ever plan on fighting off this?" And this was like my second month in training. I was like, "Yeah, I think I would like at least one just to say I did it." And he was like, "Yeah, you're like one of the few people that actually are getting it fast enough that I would say you could probably fight at some point. Like you're one of the few people that things are clicking and it makes sense."
Right, where you
And
can actually do it.
Yeah, and I was like, that felt pretty good. I was like, yeah, I would probably want to do it once, but that shit might have sailed.
I don't know,
So-
man. Not if you're only fucking 26.
Yeah, no,
He's
but
a young man.
I'm kind of focused on arm wrestling, to be honest. I feel like I'm getting kind of
That's cooler.
I feel like I'm getting kind
Yeah,
of
for
good.
sure. Yeah.
But you don't train for that, so when are you going to start training for arm wrestling?
Yeah, and you're going to school now, too. What the fuck?
I know, fuck.
So
Yeah,
what
I
if
got a
you
lot on
treat
my
arm
plate.
wrestling like a fight one of these times? Like we set up for a certain event, maybe like if Strongest Bed 6 comes maybe in 23 instead of 22.
Are you not doing strongest match this year?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm running low on time. I think people put too many events on for what I want to do. I don't need to step on anybody.
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
Yeah, no, I thought about. Oh my god,
Right? Sounds like my elbow.
so devilish on my neck. I thought about training pretty hard for.
Nationals or something?
No, fucking care about nationals.
You want to take your wife to France?
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually, just going.
That'd
just
be
for
a good
Just
one.
for the fuck of it.
Right?
Yeah, but France is weird, dude. France has got a lot of shady shit in it. I'm not too hyped about. And France is on like the red list.
But
of
you'd be
countries right
going
now,
with the
too.
fucking...
Actually, I don't think I can go to France without having repercussions for my work. So,
Really? Work don't like French?
they did like France until France accepted every migrant under the sun and became a lot less safe.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, I thought about training really hard for Illinois State or your strongest badge this year, and finally making the mental push to actually be 240 or 230 and be in the class that I actually belong in.
Where are you at now?
270. Yeah, pretty heavy. So,
Fuck, you'd be a good fucking 231, though. Huh?
thanks.
Oh, no, man. I think you're good at the heavies.
Well, he's
Well,
definitely good at
My
that.
hand's way too small for heavies.
Yeah,
Seriously.
but you're competitive.
Yeah, but there's
and-
people that can just do this. This is my
Obviously
issue.
you'd be
They can
better
just
there.
climb and just fucking.
Obviously, you'd be
my
better
God.
there, but is there anything other than arm wrestling that makes you want to get to 230?
Yeah, my health.
But do you think you're unhealthy where you're at now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? Really?
I do, yeah.
So when you're healthy, where you at? What's your weight? What's your, for real weight that you think that you should be at?
Probably 230.
Really?
Mhm.
You're about 6 foot tall?
And 230 is even still carrying some fat.
Yeah, but you're thick, man. You
I
got
know.
that,
Well, that's why I said 230. I mean,
you're not an Eskimo.
it's gonna be like
You
Pavlo.
swear?
I mean, look at that head.
Do my head
You swear you're not an
fucking
Eskimo?
Dude, what size fucking hat do you
You
wear?
got Eskimo in
Like
you?
when I get the hat,
8.5 or
it's
some
like
shit?
I have to go all the way to the last clip.
God damn, dude.
Yeah. Like when they came out with masks for this bullshit, dude. Like I couldn't wear the mask they provided.
Good.
Without fucking folding my ears down. I was like, this shit's
Yeah.
horrible.
You're not Eskimo at all.
Are you sure?
I always thought.
I'm not
like,
sure.
for sure, he's got to have some Eskimo in him. He's fucking
We need
huge.
a 23andMe on this motherfucker.
He's thick, right?
Ancestry.com
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. No shit. So,
Let's not even pick a date. Let's just get you training.
yeah.
I know.
Let's not even pick a date. Let's
Tony's
just
your
go.
guy.
I know.
The fuck?
I know. I knew. I should just go with
Personal
Tony.
trainer. He has just come leaps and bounds in the arm wrestling world, for sure. I would
Yo,
consider
did you
him.
hear Denise hype your ass up that last tournament?
She was.
She
was being very
said
nice. She was-
Tony is 10 times better since going to Worlds.
Oh,
That's probably true.
Well, you know what she kept seeing?
she just noticed you then.
Yeah, those flop wrist press.
Dude, that was the dumbest shit. He won 4 matches, 0 effort. He just pushed, and they held on.
Well, I'll say zero effort. There's
I'll say pretty much 0
was
effort.
planned out a little
sneaky,
bit, right?
A little
Yeah.
sneaky.
We got some game plans going on
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Tony's turned into quite the assistant captain in Gateway for sure. Him and Mirzad.
Ass caps.
Yeah, just as far as like, especially with the newer guys. Yeah, a lot of the newer guys in practice for sure, and even in the tournaments. Mirzad in the corner, but you in practice, like, it's fucking great. It's almost like there's a level there. You can still talk to those guys, and I feel like I can't. Like I don't know to go back that far. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you don't even know to go the right goddamn direction. Like I'm telling you too much almost.
yeah, I
Like
feel
you
like.
feel like you get that well. Tony feels
Where do
it.
you think I fit into that? I could take honesty, by the way.
No, you get what's going on. You tell them. I think you're just too damn strong. I
Yeah,
think
for
for
sure.
most of them.
Yeah.
So like where Tony he'll give a lot more and go. It's hard for you to like could you really pull with my kid and tell him what to do? It's hard for you to like give that much because you're just fucking so strong. So I think that causes problems. Where if like we had that guy or that guy, but I think that would be my thing. Would be just people can't whatever. But I would assume you can feel what they're doing wrong, right?
Yeah, no.
You seem to teach those
helped
guys
a lot
pretty
of-
well.
Yeah, I've helped
Yeah.
a lot of young guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to leave you out of that. I guess.
No, you're good. I was wondering if I was being left out for a reason. I wanted to know.
No. I just noticed that
good.
a lot. I think maybe Tony shows up every goddamn day.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
miss.
I
don't
think
miss.
I think there's no doubt that Tony is the best one to start with if you're a newer guy.
Yeah. Well, now your hand's getting so big, maybe not. But at first, it was more like you could fit into where you had that like
Yeah.
Ethan hand.
I can't feel my own hand, but people say it's like huge.
It's just thick.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
thick.
like I'll say since training, this whole area is like
yeah, it
blown
blows
the
up.
fuck up. Yeah, but I'm like, oh my bad. I was like, it doesn't seem that way.
You
to
got
me.
like it's like Jared Berlin, same way. He's hard, like for me personally to pull. Like with you, I'm good if we can go inside, kind of grab here. I'm good, but if we start going up top, you just smash. Like you just roll me over so bad, my fingers can't hold you.
Yeah.
But inside, I feel like okay, I can get some work here.
Yeah.
Jared was kind of the same way, right? Like
his is so
once I
thick.
figured out where I can cup him in and get here. Same way with you when I give you trouble. If I do that to Jared, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, dude, you're feeling strong." It's the same way when I can get you because I have to get your hand here and then I'm okay.
Yeah.
But anytime you guys are anywhere on my fingers, you got so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Dude.
Yeah, like I got nothing, so it's so hard to like
Yeah.
train with. You know.
My favorite thing ever in arm wrestling was the fact that you took me under your wing and we started doing hook, like, because you knew I was like paper, and when we hooked.
Well,
up,
everybody is.
It was like you could just push with a finger and I'd go down. Dude, I'm like smashing people nowadays in hooks. It's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
for
It's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's 100 times the amount of pressure.
It's cool to have that.
It's easier to build that though, isn't it?
yeah, I think it's just like
feel
you
like
just
it
got to
is.
do it. You just got to keep doing it.
That forearm right there is so
Yeah.
like easy to build. If
Yeah, it's
you
like
get
you
used
just
to
got
it.
to get in there and do it every time,
Yeah, I
even
guess-
though you feel so weak.
Maybe I was
If you just do it, you'll just get better.
maybe like genetically I'm kind of just good with the top roll, so I'm just like lucky to
Oh
have
yeah,
it.
I mean you had
Just
it. like-
don't fall away from it though, because I feel like I'm better inside, almost right-handed, than a top
Are you
roll
talking about me?
anymore.
No,
I'm telling you to not fall away from the top
dude,
roll.
I don't hook in tournaments. Like
Okay.
I only top roll, so it's not. I'm not falling away from it. But if something gets turned inside, I want to have
Right.
that anchor still.
No, that's great. I'm
Yeah,
saying
which is
don't
what he's
get
helped.
because I feel like I'm almost stronger in that
Well,
hook to where I don't top roll.
and also
Yeah.
at
You
practice,
always want to go where you're strongest.
yeah.
Right. So it's like, did I fuck that up? Because used to I was the top, which I can still do it. But
And I'll say at practice, if I'm top rolling, I need some pretty stiff competition for it to make sense. Like I can break back a lot of wrists top rolling,
Fuck yeah.
and it doesn't make practice fun for anyone. Like if I'm just gliding and they're just like, "Wow, I'm just fucking losing this."
Yeah, you don't need to do
isn't
that shit.
Fun, and
Right.
it's not fun to top roll and just hold someone with a bent wrist. Like no,
Yeah,
no
it's
it's
one's
not
doing-
helping you either.
No, that's why I really like doing hooking now because
Yeah.
I'll burn the fuck out in a hook, and I will end up losing.
Or top roll
But-
and go back.
But when I
Top roll, let them take you back open.
I'll do that, but I kind of feel like an asshole when I'm doing that.
No,
No,
it's
no,
good
That's the best.
because they're trying.
Yeah,
they're
that's the
trying to
best.
maintain you, and then when you let it go, they feel like they're getting it.
All right, I'll start
So
doing
they're
that
going, and then
'Cause
what you do
I've-
is you can grab it and just go back and
Yeah.
forth there.
because I've wanted to work this a lot more in practice because I've
Fuck
been
yeah.
working a lot of this
Yeah,
lately.
dude, just keep going back.
But I'll
and forth.
say when I have Mirzad or Brent, then I can really.
Well, yeah, you can go all out.
Yeah, that's
You
when
go
you
all
do
out.
the 100%.
Yeah,
Right?
and tell you what, last time I pulled Mirzad, I beat him.
Dude, tell you what, that dude.
I beat him. a
One
couple
more year?
times.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
One more year.
Mirzad
I was calling 2 years a year ago.
against
One more year.
against Brent.
No, to where he's top 10 and
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
top 5. Like once he hits strong.
He's so strong. He's
Yeah, but he
so
just
strong.
trains so good. Like when people notice who he is,
Yeah,
he's there.
he's also so nice. He's
Yeah.
just a good person.
He's
Yeah.
a smart dude.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got shit to figure out though. Like it bothers me that I can't stop Matt Lively. Just pure side pressure. Like I feel like at this point I should at least have somewhat of a stop. But if we're at a strap, I can feel his wrist go, but I can't stop that overwhelming force to the side, and I feel like I should be able to at this point, and I can't. So it's like I gotta. There's
Now you
something.
gotta train.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
something
Now
in
you
my
gotta train.
arsenal that I don't.
And talk to
have.
Brent because Brent's got his number.
Yeah, Brent just says he just cups, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck. Like, easier said than done.
Yeah, Brent's got that huge hand though, and
he's
you're
just
not. But you seem to give him a lot of trouble outside of the strap.
Yeah, he's just hard to hold on to. Like, I'll hold on to him, but then he'll foul or something, and it'll restart, and then he'll blast into a slip. So it's like, well, fuck.
There's your way out.
Yeah.
Don't foul. He fouls.
Yeah, it's tough.
But you need to figure out how to really beat him.
Yeah, exactly. I want to just be able to beat him in a strap when I want to.
Which is the hit.
Yeah.
The hit, the hold, and the re-hit.
Yeah, his hit's nasty. I'll give him that. Or maybe he's just going earlier than me, and I don't have that part.
He
figured
does have the timing down. Like,
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
out.
Yeah. He's got to go a little early. Right?
And I'll
False
say,
start 3
I'll
times.
say when I have been arm wrestling a lot, and he has been arm wrestling very little, but I'll say I felt like when Mikey Vola was still playing, I felt like I was ending up like a world behind him. I felt like he was really taking off ahead of me.
Strong dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Well, but
What's
the
going
reason
on
I
with
say
him?
that
I
is
don't know.
because when we first started, it was pretty even between us, and then I know he did stuff, and then he really took off, and he was more serious about it than I was, and I felt like I closed it a little right before he stopped arm wrestling. Like I felt like that gap closed a lot, but I also feel like the end of 2021, start of 2022, I've had like a really big bump
Yeah,
in,
for
in
sure.
strength and skill. I don't know where it came from. It just happened. Like I felt a lot stronger December, January, February. Like I feel like for no good reason. It just you just get over a
Sometimes
ceiling.
shit connects, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
You
get
might have
over
got a
ceiling.
win you needed. Give you
I don't
that
know. It wasn't
confidence
even,
boost.
Yeah, it
you
wasn't
might
even
have.
that. It was just for
Connection
some reason.
somewhere?
Yeah, connective tissue. Something got stronger, and everything just feels way more locked.
Mhm.
So I don't know where it came from.
Just keep it rolling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever
That's
it
a good
is.
And
time.
I'll tell everyone, dude, just, if you just arm wrestle once a week, you get pretty good.
Yeah, just stay at it.
Yeah, so I was trying to tell Pat. Pat's like, Aaron, I can't move you off center. This is crazy. I'm like, Pat, I don't do anything besides arm wrestle, and I do it once a week. And I follow what I'm told and
Well,
what I'm
Pat
taught.
has got all hand, and he starts in his good spot and goes where he wants. And you are good in that same spot. So when you give him everything he wants, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, but also in a hook or also in him pressing. It just
Well, anything else doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's
His strong spot, right? And his strong spot is your strong spot. you're stronger.
Yeah, he's fighting a losing battle.
Yeah, I guess I was just
It's
telling
not
him.
happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Where he goes where he wants is not my strong spot. So then he wins, right? If he goes where he wants, it's not Tony's strong spot, so he can win. Right? So it makes him feel like, oh, I'm better than these guys. When he goes in his strong spot, he's in you're just like,
That's fair.
right?
Yeah, but I feel like even when and maybe I'm being weird.
Well, he sees me and you.
Even when
you can hang with him sometimes, right? I
Yeah.
hang with you sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
So he sees that, he doesn't understand because he's a practice puller, right?
Yeah.
But it's like that's your spot where he's at. You're just shutting him down on his good spot.
That's fair.
Because he is real good in his spot, but you're really good in that spot,
Yeah. I do-
right?
I,
it's the same shit. You
I
guys
have-
do the same
I
shit.
have
Yeah.
a little wedge for sure that I
Yeah.
feel comfortable in.
Pat would make moves if he'd start practicing normal. So
Yeah,
have a
if you
better setup.
Drag more
worry.
than just go.
Yeah, just more.
No, he
versus-
just wants to fucking
just
be
start
there to start.
flat and-
Yes.
Everybody's
Center.
good if they're in a good spot when they go. Oh, yeah.
I like being good in all the spots or
Me too.
decent.
I wish I was really good like this.
Don't never get
That's
there.
how I know. Like a part of why I judge how much better you get is based on how much more he lets me get when we practice. Right? Like that's gone from I'll give Tony everything that he wants to Tony's giving me almost everything I want. Right? But it's like how much more? How much more I get in these spots? Okay, he lets me go this much further, this much further, this much further.
Yeah.
Right? Like left-handed, I can't touch you anywhere, no angle whatsoever. Right-handed, I'm on the losing end of it. I still have some angles, but not as many as he's got. He can beat me more than I can beat him.
Yeah.
Right-handed, even.
Yeah. There's.
Soon is going to be done. Like you will pass me. It's coming. Like your ceiling is higher than mine is. Right-handed even. And my elbow's getting tore. Even if it comes back, I'm gonna give you a run a little bit, bud.
Oh, for sure.
But you'll catch me. Like
getting
for
close.
real.
It's
But you will catch me.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like there's that like and I can tell just by how much there's certain spots where used to I could let him get there and I could pull through it. And now if I get there, no. I
Yeah.
better go somewhere else or I'm losing.
Yeah.
And if he goes, I can't fucking stop it.
Yeah. There's some crazy spots with his left arm.
Even his fucking right. That's what I'm saying. My right's my good. Left, I can't. There's nothing. Zero chance. I have zero chance.
Yeah. When you get that drag with your heavy down cut, like at the same time, if that makes sense, as your elbow
Yeah.
sliding back, you're cutting
Yeah.
down. It's like, bro, I can't hold on to that for much longer.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh my
Yeah, I
god.
feel like your ceiling's real high, man, and I think you still got some time. The way you train, like it's not like a Mirzad thing where it's next year. It might not be next year.
Yeah.
But I think you're not even close to plateauing yet.
Yeah, I think patience is definitely the name
For
of
sure.
the game.
For sure.
In arm wrestling.
Especially at your
Always.
age, which is a good age because you're not too old to get too hurt,
Yeah.
but old enough to build it slow enough. You're not running out of time.
Yeah.
And you're doing it right. Like I don't know. Like I feel probably this year, next year I can't beat him no more right-handed. I'd like to get my elbow again
Yeah, no shit.
good and see where I'm at.
Yeah.
Might be now. Like right now, I don't think I could beat him.
Yeah, we can't
but,
judge it now.
But I don't feel like I'm right either.
Yeah, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
But I feel like it might not matter.
Yeah.
It's that close. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you're still coming up too. I don't think you're like plateaued by any means. You don't
No,
even train.
I feel like I'm
He
getting.
trains.
Yeah, we gotta fucking we gotta
Yeah, I
get
feel
that
like I'm
going,
getting
dude.
better.
I think you need. It's like fight camp. You need that goal. Like you said, you're like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna shoot for this tournament. You're gonna shoot for this. Now you're gonna go.
Yeah, I would like to get a super match at some point.
Lively. He don't want it.
It's a good one to train for, but yeah, I don't. I guess I have to get over the embarrassment of getting smashed 3-0 if it happens.
You just want to get yelled at. You don't want
Right.
that.
Yeah.
It's Aaron. He's like trying not to punch him in his fucking face.
Yeah.
Yell at me again, motherfucker. I see it every time. It's like, all right, dude. All right. And then he wants to come up later, and Aaron's like, "Yeah, get the fuck up."
I know what, it's motivating though.
Right?
I will say
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
It's nothing.
Who's the guy though?
It's nothing quite like losing to someone and having them scream and answer from your face. It makes you be like, wow, I really want to beat you next time.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you're close. You and Thomas, both close to give him a hard time.
Thomas is strong. That's a good match for me too. Is Thomas?
But I mean, Thomas with Lively. I think both of you guys cause him problems.
Yeah.
You know, and Thomas has got that second hit that I think could give Lively fucking troubles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't really have that full second hit like he does.
I don't even have a first.
No,
hit
but
like he
Thomas has
does.
got that like weird.
Yeah.
When he goes, he fucking like. He's got a lot of horsepower in there, man.
Yeah, he
like
does.
it's in there.
He does. His kryptonite is. I'm not talking shit. Thomas's hits beat me several times. His kryptonite is the moment that hit stops.
Yeah. Oh,
It's just
definitely. Because I've got it to where if
yeah.
I can catch him,
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's my
it's-
game
it's-
and I'm
it's just-
in, and
it's
I'm too
kinda-
little for
it's
that,
kinda
right?
over. So if any match like left arm, I don't,
But that second hit's
yeah,
nasty.
Left arm, I don't think I've lost to him in a long time, because I can stop his hit right above the pad, and the moment I do, I just walk it right back. Right arm, ooh, it's a red line effort, and it's right now I think it's 70-30 or 60-40 in his favor. Like if I catch it, I can work my way back, but for the past 2 matches, I think I catch it right at the pad and I lose. So
Yeah, he's strong as fuck.
yeah, maybe I
Left-handed
should.
stronger, you think?
Me?
Him.
No, I'm saying I beat him left.
Okay.
He beats me
I was
right.
going to say, like, it can't be, because I can actually hold him almost left-handed, I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, no. What I'm
His
saying
right
is
is
I don't have too many issues with him left-handed. In fact, I don't have too many issues with a lot of guys left-handed. People say I'm better left. I don't think I am. I just think I'm equal, and people are a lot worse
Yeah.
when they're left.
Yeah, no, that could
Yeah.
very well be
People
true.
have just been saying that, but I'm like, I lift the same with both arms. I mean, everything feels the same with both. I've been ambidextrous forever because of lacrosse and shit.
Then it definitely leans that favor. I mean, 85% of people are right-handed,
Yeah.
so the division has got to be lighter.
Yeah.
It's gotta
So
be.
when I go left and
When I'm winning some
Like-
left-handed matches,
like when
it
I had
means
that
something to me.
super match with Brett Fott, people were like out of their minds, like, "Oh, how'd you beat Brett, our best at Illinois?" And I was like, "Well, first of all, it was like
I thought that
fucking-
too.
It's like a 60-pound weight advantage." I was like, "But
That's
second,
what I was thinking too. I thought they were looking down on you at that when
they
I
were.
heard that.
And I was like, I didn't have any effort, or I didn't have any problem with Brett. Like my lane,
yeah,
the match I lost to Brett,
I was surprised you took it.
I literally carved in for a hook. Like I tried to go for a hook, and that's back when I had a shit hook, and I got killed. And then the moment I went back to top rolling, I mean, I thought he was gonna have a better time in the strap, but the strap helps me because we pull in the strap so much. His wrist just bent, and I was like, oh, okay, well that's it.
Yeah, that's a bad match.
It was for him. I don't know why he took that. I was happy he did. I thanked him because I wanted to have a match at Rivals, and I guess he was the only one left. But
Worked out.
did.
You retired him, I think, 'cause he went to
He
powerlifting after
did.
that.
Yeah, he did stop pulling.
Said, fuck that. You
Yeah.
can't beat the Alaskan assassin him out.
Well, I think what bothered him is I think at that point I was a year or maybe less than a year into arm wrestling, and he was 8 years into it.
Maybe when CIA starts talking shit, we need to bring that up. Like, we're the only motherfuckers retiring. We retire people. You guys just fucking come along for the ride.
JP got so mad at Denise the last tournament. JP was like, Gateway Arm Sports, the best team in Illinois. And JP, like, I stepped in front of JP, and I was like, "Ah." And he literally was like, get the fuck out the way. And I was like,
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
like,
I was
"Denise,
even trying to
what the-"
correct her at St. Louis. Didn't think of how awesome that was, actually.
amazing.
It was so
that she
funny.
said that, but I
Yeah.
remember.
And he was like, Denise, what the fuck?
That's hilarious.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, man. Well, I think we should cut this shit. I
Sure.
appreciate you coming by, man,
for
and
having
letting
me.
us into the mind of the Alaskan assassin.
The
Yes,
up
sir.
and comer.
Up and comer.
Gonna make some moves, it seems like, right?
The next year or two, I would like to.
Let's do,
Pavlo, I'm coming
we're
for
gonna
you.
train this year, and we're gonna come strong in 2023.
I like that idea.
Arnold's.
I like that idea.
What about that?
Sure.
242,
Yes.
which
There you
is
go.
a beautiful
There you go.
middle ground, not 230.
242.
I like 242s.
242, and you're looking at March of next year, so that's a 12-month
Yeah,
span.
dude, you get a year.
I'm
You
down.
got a year.
You train.
We
That's
just
a
laid it
beautiful
out.
spot.
Just laid it out.
And Arnold's will be a lot bigger next year, and it could be the last year.
Give me
Book it,
Brzezinski.
baby.
We're doing it. We're
Book
fucking doing it. Brzezinski won't do the Arnold's. You'll get Pablo.
Give
That's a
me
good one, too.
Pavlo.
Pablo.
Left.
Well, actually, Pablo will win this year. He might not need to come next year.
Right.
I think Pavlo's going way past the Arnolds after this year.
Well, I mean, he wins this year for sure. He's going to walk
I think
through this.
Pavlo's going international after this one.
He beats John Brzezinski. You never know what happens. We going to see it at Kentucky?
Me? Yes, I will.
You going to Kentucky?
TBD.
Might
We'll
not.
see.
I'm going to try to make it as well. I'd like to see
Yeah.
Pablo.
I'd like to see Pavlo and John, and I would like to,
Like to
at
meet
least
John.
get a picture and meet John. And
Yeah, I would like to meet
because I think
John.
that'll probably be one
I
of the
don't need
last
the
chances
picture,
to do it.
but
I do.
I'd like
'cause
to
I'm
meet
a-
him.
I'm a fanboy.
I just never get pictures. I feel like a douchebag
Yeah,
asking
I
for
agree.
pictures.
I do, and then I decided not to because they're probably really happy that someone even wants to get a picture.
I saw like 1,000 pictures with people with Randy Couture from Arnold's this year.
Oh, Randy loves it.
Well, I know, but I mean, I met him, and I took a picture of Bill and Randy on the arm wrestling table, and I talked to Randy and shook his hand, and no, not one time would I ask anybody to take my
Yeah.
picture, because I just feel like, what am I gonna do with that picture?
Yeah, and I'm like, he's
I
just
don't-
a dude.
I don't-
Yeah, he's just a dude, and I don't want to feel like I'm asked. I don't know. I'm just not that guy.
That's fair. I don't.
I get it.
I
I
really
want the
don't.
picture. I wish I had the picture.
Yeah, I don't post pictures for other people, but I kind of like having pictures for me as like a memory.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
That's
shit.
what I mean. I wish I would have it, but like, I just can't
Yeah, it's
fucking
just not
ask
in
for
you.
it. No, I just want to be like. I wish he would ask me for a picture, so that I could be like, "Could you send that to me, man?"
Yeah.
But I don't want to be the guy. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to bug him. Like and think that I'm that. You know, like I want to
Yeah.
be on the same level almost or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird. But I've never done it. I've just never been that guy to
Yeah,
be
well,
like,
I'm not gonna hold back with John
"Let me get a
because
picture with this guy."
I think
I don't know. It'll be hard not to, right?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I have a John Brzezinski autographed card, right? The autographed cards that they had from the Goodwin series. I'm gonna have him autograph the autograph card.
That's amazing.
That's what I want. And then I'm gonna send that motherfucker in to have it graded. And then I'll have the only autograph card,
That's hilarious.
right?
That's a
And
great
then I'm gonna
plan.
sell it real fucking quick.
That's a great.
No, I'm
plan.
just kidding.
yeah.
I might.
No,
Depends what
you
they
hold
offer.
on that until arm wrestling gets bigger.
It'll be the only one. But here's the thing: as soon as somebody knows I have it, everybody will do it.
Yeah,
But
you'll be the first.
I really think I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have it. I'm like, why not? You already have it signed. Like, go ahead, just sign the top of it. And now I got two. And then go send it in. Because what does it cost? Like $25 to
Yeah, something like that.
whatever. Fuck them.
Do it.
Because nobody's done it. You know nobody's done it. It's John Brzezinski. Who even has it?
Do it.
It's happening. If I go.
Book it.
Maybe I'll just send it with you. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't make me do that. Asking for a picture is enough.
Right?
Enough awkwardness.
Yeah. It was hard enough.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.